Wait.
Do it again.
All right, we're good. Yeah. But so that photo has to be the thumbnail, right?
I look like Kadarius Toney.
Scared You has to be the thumbnail.
Scared Me has to be the thumbnail. It's perfect.
People on the video aren't even going to know what we're going to be doing. I forgot to start the video, so bunch of noobs on the video.
It's good. It'll be fun.
For the 5 people that look at it for like half hour or something.
They're all going to be like, did his part change?
They can't even... Oh, a little bit, yeah.
It's a lot more noticeable on the camera than it was earlier when you showed me.
Yeah.
You can tell it's higher up.
Yeah.
Hit him with the... Ugh. Where'd my arms go? What, am I malnourished?
Try to make your arm look as big as it can.
Okay, I need really good lighting, which means really dim lighting. Shut up. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. And the dim... Oh, yeah, this is for the thumbnail now. I can get definition in there. There we go. Look at that.
Mine's just like size.
You're just huge.
My arms... I'm not even that strong.
Me neither, believe it or not.
But like this arm
I'm pretty fragile. This shit breaks easy.
But this arm is massive right now. Even look at my forearm in that camera.
It's huge. That's bigger than my bicep, I think.
Thumbnail?
This is thumbnail. Hold on, I gotta get further up here. Where it really... All the lines and shit. You know what? Maybe I should start working out. I used to look better. This is being recorded, too.
Yeah, it is.
That's fantastic.
This is just called TGTBTM thirst trap.
Not a great one either. Oh, DV.
Oh, see, mine doesn't go down that far. It stops there.
This is almost sheer. You can like see through it.
And it stretches like crazy.
Very thin.
Okay, I think we're good now.
I think we should.
I think we're done. Just start. No, I was gonna flash my dick.
Oh,
I wasn't gonna jerk off.
What are we doing?
I think the video's gotten its.
I think the video's gotten out of hand. We need to restart.
Just wait till the intro.
Oh my god.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Remember, I still have to clap for the white noise.
Yeah.
You learned that the hard way.
I did. I should have asked before we started recording, but I was like, fuck it. He'll probably forgive me. If not, I'll just move.
Goodness gracious. All right.
I'm sorry again.
You're good. 1, 2, 3, play. Sasquatch, Godzilla, King Kong, Loch Ness, Goblin, Ghoul, a unicorn with no conscience. Question, what do these things have in common? They're all Italian.
They're all Italian? They're all dead.
No, I was waiting for you to be like, Brandon, we've done this before. And then I was going to say, and we're vampires. But no, we're just Italians.
There's only one of us left.
And which one is it?
It's you. You're the Italian.
Oh, yeah. Am I like true Italian or am I like Guido Italian?
True Italian.
Oh, man. I can't be thirst trap. Going down to the fucking Jersey Shore with the Guidos.
He did. Wait, he did Guido anyway.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I can't be that.
Oh.
I got to be classic Italian with the spicy meatball in the corner.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Of the room. I just have to be in... Yeah.
People can't see it, but you're doing that hand
I'm doing
gesture.
the spicy meatball hand.
That's the only thing that makes it Italian
and I'm
authentic.
The last Italian.
He's the last one.
I need to savor the meatballs.
Hey.
My Italian accent's like Chris Pratt trying to do Mario.
I'm going extinct here.
Hey. No, see, that's still East Coast too. The I'm walking is.
Yeah, it's all Brooklyn. Yeah.
That is not. You gotta lean in. That is not real Italian. Hey, I'm a meatball here.
That's not real Italian. I don't like distinguishing between them either.
I'm a unicorn here.
Oh, that's good. That's gold.
We're vampires.
We're not vampires.
Sasquatch, God.
No, that was a bad one.
That was a perfect one.
That was all bad.
Perfect transition.
We're flopping without Devin here.
Devin, why can't you be on? At least we got Lucas here, right? Bye. We're plugging him in again. We don't have Lucas. We don't have Devin. We don't have a guest. We do have Louie in the room with us.
Lucas.
And I'm not going to have Seth anymore.
What? I'm still here.
Well, yeah. So, as you guys may have known, Seth's been living with Marina and I for a while he tries to find a place. Today he just up and moved out.
That was anxious.
Out of literally no like predisposition. No, that's not the right word.
Yeah.
No preconceived notions of it.
I guess that could be right.
Like 10 minutes of just him stressing. He's like, you know what? I gotta move.
Yeah, I was feeling really guilty about like keeping up all your space and time. So I was like, you know what? I'll make the decision because they'll never do it for me.
Space and time are both relative.
Yeah, and to me, it felt like a long time that I was taking up your space and time.
And so, yeah, he upped and moved, so now I'm alone, and Lucas is sick. He has a raspy voice. God, could you imagine the thirst trap he could have done? Like some ASMR, like...
Yeah, have him send something in, we can edit.
He sent me notes, quotes, and ratings, at least, so we got that.
Have him send some sexy rasp.
Devin couldn't watch the movie, couldn't make it on, but Lucas did watch the movie in anticipation of joining, but had the last minute cancel, so now it's just me and Seth.
Yeah.
Seth almost didn't make it. It was just going to be me by myself talking for 2 hours.
That,
would have been so sad. Hey guys, it's me. It's Brandon.
It's me, Teddy Jenkins.
It's me, Mario, the last Italian.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
Party of one, because I'm the last one.
Because I'm the last mushroom.
And no, I'm moving it to the side so we can see you. And yeah. Could you imagine me by myself playing the budget game? Hey guys, can you guess that budget?
If I already did the books and I can't even fudge it, why even play the game of guess that budget?
That's perfect.
It's so sad.
And I'm going to read taglines and be like...
And then you cry for 45 minutes.
Because a doorbell rang. I'm just like, does anyone have a better tagline?
I'm Lucas.
And it's just...
I'm Kermit.
And it's just silence for like 6 minutes. And then it's me coming again like, those are really good, guys.
It's going to sound great in post.
Fill
he
the
says
voids,
to an empty room.
Fill the voids with Anchor voice messages and I'll plug you in, I guess.
You can be the spirits of my dead friends and companionship.
So, as the last Italian, it's only fitting that to end our November, before we jump into our holiday movies, we watched a film, we've already talked about it, called
Holiday Hose.
Oh, goddamn. Called The Last Unicorn from 1982. Seth, you know what? If you abuse those powers... I've been teaching you how to edit.
Oh, God.
It gets real bad.
Yeah.
You guys really abused him for a while there.
Yeah, it's gonna... Uh-oh.
But The Last Unicorn from 1982.
Yes.
Seth, I have some questions for you.
Okay.
You accept the terms and conditions?
Yeah. I'm just like, the challenge that's being thrown down before me is really setting in now.
What's the challenge?
This is like the first time it's just me and you on here.
Yeah,
like
I mean, we did the TV talk. But yeah,
but like this, you've done just you and Dev and just you and Lucas, and now people are gonna be like, he's like the worst one solo. I gotta live up. I gotta live up to this. I'm better in groups of 3.
You can't be the third wheel guy, like when it's like Lucas and I talking about movies. And
yeah,
you're saying it's a movie.
I have to be like a good counterpiece.
Yeah,
you know? The dynamic has shifted, and I'm okay. Anyway, what are the questions?
That was good because it bought me some time to think of some questions.
Okay, cool.
Do you like animated movies?
Yeah, of course. Canonically, if I were a character.
And my other question is, do you like harpies with 3 tits?
Those not my favorite. No.
Okay. Well, if you answered yes to either liking animated movies or harpies with 3 tits, you've come to the right place. This is the good, the bad, and the movies. And this week we watched The Last Unicorn from 1982. Before we get into it, we're drinking beers, and I found something that was actually themed. Go for it, Seth.
Oh, I'm just now looking at it for the first time.
Me too.
I was
trying to buy time.
It's Rainbows and Unicorns. It's an IPA. Tropical, summery goodness. You are in for a magical ride. Where's this from?
Portland, Oregon. A brewery called Breakside. It's employee-owned. An IPA.
Oh, like the Packers.
12 fluid ounce cans. Where is the alcohol content on here? IPA. I don't see it. You see it?
I'm not seeing it. I'm
feel
seeing
like-
the risk of birth defects.
Yep. I feel like that should be like a requirement, shouldn't it?
It might be. Do you still have the box that it came in?
No, it didn't come in a box.
What did it come in?
Just rings.
Oh, shit. Usually if it's not on the can, it's on the packaging.
Well, Bam's doesn't.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know how they got away with it either. Yeah, it's weird.
Well, let's crack it. Let's see what it's like.
Yeah. Maybe it'll whisper
Rainbows and Unicorns IPA. I'm probably going to hate it. Although summery, fruity goodness.
it. Yeah, whiff it first.
Tropical.
He didn't even smell it. He just went right for the drink.
That's not bad.
Oh, that's not good. It's fine.
Yeah,
I just wanted to say the opposite.
I kind of like it. For an IPA.
I like IPAs already, so
I know
I'm
you
not
do.
picky.
Yeah, you bitch boy.
But okay.
Drink some fucking IPA, you stupid piece of shit.
Stupid fuck. Eat the fucking shit.
Brandon
Brandon the boy.
Brandon the boy, here bringing you The Last Unicorn. Let's get into it. Director today is Jules Bass.
Nice.
And Arthur Rankin Jr., the Bass Rankin duo. They're a combo that always do things together. So they've got the same filmography.
What have they done?
That's a good question. I should have looked into that.
Damn, you usually do.
I forgot how to write a script this week. They've done things such as The Daydreamer. This one was my... Actually, I don't know if it's my favorite. There's another good one. Mad Monster Party? It's a question.
Oh.
Mad Monster Party? That's better.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Always
The
done.
Wacky World of Mother Goose. You ever think about that line from The Office when it's Bring Your Kids to Work Day and Toby's daughter walks up to Phyllis and just goes, "Are you Mother Goose?" the biggest roast of all. Roasting a goose over there.
What the fuck does that mean?
Are you Mother Goose? It's so mean.
Who's Mother Goose? Man, stop flexing.
I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like an ugly duckling thing. So she's Mother Goose, like she's the mom of the office, but like ugly duckling kind of. I don't know. That's what I always kind of canonically related it to.
Yeah. I just always thought it was goofy. I never knew what it meant.
It's goosey.
It's Goosey. Mother Goosey.
Other things they did was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's like a legit Wacky World of Mother Goose to 20,000 Leagues.
What the fuck?
The Flight of Dragons.
Why does that sound familiar? Because of the March
It's
of
an
the Penguins?
animated one.
I still don't think I've seen it.
They did the movie adaptation of the SNL skit The Coneheads.
Oh, interesting.
And then they've done basically every classic animated Christmas movie. So they did that old school Frosty the Snowman.
Oh.
They did like the
Those old claymation ones?
Yeah, the Misfit Islands. They did the Jack Frost. Like
They did
put
like the
one
original
foot
Rudolph?
in front of the other. Yeah, all
That's
those
where that
shit.
song is from?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They did the Little Drummer Boys. They did the Rudolph ones.
Rudolph.
Santa Claus has come to town, so they're big in Christmas animation.
Okay. Interesting.
Crazy shit. And that's what I got for them. Writer is Peter S. Beagle. He's actually the author of the book, The Last Unicorn.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he wrote the script?
And he wrote the screenplay for this. He's also written The Dove. He did 31 episodes of the TV series The Little Mermaid. He did A Tale of Egypt, which I think is kind of like along the lines of like, oh my god, what's the animated ones? The Egypt ones.
Prince of Egypt?
Prince of Egypt, Quest for Camelot, kind of like along those.
Quest for Camelot.
I'm just saying like these kind of like genre of.
Oh, I thought you were talking like specifically Egypt.
No. Well, Prince of Egypt was the one I was looking for, but I had
Yeah.
Quest for Camelot in my head too.
Gotta love Quest for Camelot.
Quest for Camelot's so good.
So good.
The
Should've done
bridge,
that.
the bridge partner. He wrote Camelot, not Quest for Camelot.
Oh, okay.
And lastly, he did the 1978 movie of The Lord of the Rings. He wrote that.
There was a... What?
Yeah, apparently.
I didn't even know they did that.
Anybody watching the live feed, I'm going to be pulling my ears a lot.
He can't hear.
I can't hear at all. My left ear is like completely gone unless I pull it open. There's like, I put some D-Rox drops in there, so it's kind of like impacted against my my eardrum, it's all moist and just sticking there, so I can't hear. But I can separate it a little bit. Don't worry, I'm going to the doctor to get my ears cleaned tomorrow.
He's gonna ask him just like that.
Will you clean my ears, mister?
Tugging at his shirt. Doctor's like 9 feet tall. In his coattails. Excuse me?
Mister?
Clean my ears, Dan.
No, fuck you, Dan.
Fuck you, Dan. Don't clean my ears.
So that's our writer. And then a cast. Like I've said before, I saw this. There's a local theater in Montana, or in Billings, called the Babcock Theater. It's a pretty historic one.
What the fuck am I doing?
And it's a nonprofit theater. And went to go see Back to the Future and we did see Back to the Future 2 there with Marina. And they showed this trailer for The Last Unicorn on there. I was like, wow, this looks crazy. Gotta do it. Looks pretty bad, honestly. And when I did the research, this cast slaps.
Balls to the
big
wall.
names. You got Jeff Bridges, Oscar winner. You got Mia Farrow. You got Angela Lansbury, Oscar nom. You got Alan Arkin, Oscar winner.
And Turtle.
What is
He's
he?
got like turtley features, doesn't
Oh,
he?
like Mel.
Yeah.
Tammy Grimes. You got Robert Klein, Keenan Wynn, Paul Frees, and bless you, honey, and Christopher Lee, Oscar nominee.
And Knight. And
Sir Christopher Lee, yeah.
dead.
No, he's still alive, isn't he?
No, he died a while ago.
Christopher Plummer died.
Who?
Christopher Plummer, Oscar winner.
Oscar winner.
Yeah. Christopher Lee. Oh, Christopher Lee did die. That's
Yeah,
right.
Like 10 years ago.
No. 7 years ago.
That's so close to 10.
He was 93, though.
Damn, good for him.
He lived a while.
He's in a lot of weird movies, too. I mean, he was in this. He was in,
He was in The Lord of the Rings.
he was in, like, My Stepsister's a Werewolf or something.
He was in your stepsister's home movie.
Yeah.
Gotcha!
Got me. Which one?
I don't know. I don't know your stepsisters as well.
I don't either.
Broken family, am I right?
I was kidding, but kind of.
The last sibling, more like it. It's a really sad film.
The last shred of dignity.
So yeah, big cast, a lot of big names. Really surprised. Not a lot of voice acting names nowadays.
No.
Not a lot of singing people either.
No, I don't know why they had to have this singing in this movie.
There are a lot of songs in this movie
They didn't need any of
that
them.
I was surprised that there were, but I'm surprised that I was surprised. Because at the animated movies, it's not that surprising.
No, but there weren't that many like musical numbers. A lot of original songs for it, but the characters actually singing, there were maybe 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was mostly America singing. Bless you.
Excuse me.
And no, not like us as a whole, United States of America.
The Spirit
Like,
of Massachusetts.
The band America singing.
Yeah. Not us as a collective spirit. What was I gonna say? I was waiting to reveal that. I don't know if it was in the
I don't think so.
Cat's Facts or
It
not.
might be. We'll see.
Yeah.
I wrote this script so long ago.
I have no idea what's in it.
Usually I write it like Friday or Saturday before we record with the editing.
Yeah.
I finished most of my editing like Wednesday. I finished the script on Tuesday. So I've been just chilling. But a plot for The Last Unicorn is a beautiful unicorn sets out to learn if she is
So hot.
And just wait for the kicker later.
Because she's a
Beautiful
horse.
unicorn sets out to learn if she truly is the last of her kind in this sparkling animated musical.
There were about 4 characters saying. I'm remembering now.
That hussy.
No, not the no.
No, the hussy didn't sing.
Why are you waiting to say that?
You just said because she's a horse when I said and just wait for the kicker.
Yeah. Well, because she kicks.
Yeah, I know, but it's like it made it sound like you were more attracted to her because she was a horse.
Oh no. Oh god. No, I didn't mean for that to come across. Shit.
Stupid. And some history. Got quite a bit. The Last Unicorn is a 1982 American animated fantasy film based on the 1968 novel of the same name. Written by Peter S. Beagle, who also wrote the film's first screenplay. It first screenplay, just wrote the film's screenplay. There wasn't a second. It has sold more than 6 million copies worldwide since its original publication, and the novel has been translated into at least 25 languages prior to the 2007 edition. In 1987, Locus ranked The Last Unicorn number 5 among the 33 all-time best fantasy novels, based on a poll of subscribers. It ranked number 18 in the 1998 rendition of the poll, so 11 years later. It dropped a little bit, but still nominated. Still in the running. A live-action version of the novel has toiled in development hell over the years, though it has reached various states of pre-production at times, even with Sir Christopher Lee and Dame Angela Lansbury set to reprise their roles. As of 2013, ongoing legal disputes stemming from the animated movie, coupled with budgetary issues, have stalled the project, though author Peter S. Beagle has completed a new screenplay and still expresses hopes that the movie will one day be made. Now, I do have a little bit of history about the legal trouble.
Go on.
In September of 2003, Carlton Communications, successor to ITC Entertainment, claimed that they earned over £1 million sterling in revenue from DVD. I don't know what that translates to, but in revenue from DVD and cable television sales of the movie. During this period, author Peter S. Beagle had not received his contractual share of the income, which included 5% of the net profits from all revenues from the movie, 5% of the gross revenues from all related merchandise, and $20,000 for any and every sequel or remake, and various fees for any possible TV series adaptations or spin-offs. When negotiations with Granada over this issue failed to yield any results, a public campaign for support was launched on Peter's behalf by Conlon Press in August of 2005. So they're just not paying this man in his contract.
For years?
For years.
For 20 years?
And I don't know what the settlement is on this. I couldn't find if he ended up getting money or...
Yeah.
Hey guys, I wrote this novel for you. You want to turn it into a movie? Make tons of money? Yeah. Can I only get 5%? Sure.
And then not even that?
And not even like... It's not even like, oh, they only gave him 2.1. No, they gave him 0.
That's fucked. But, like, fuck him, he's probably a nerd.
Get fucked!
He wrote The Last Unicorn.
That is true. Like, what the fuck?
Do we have to pay it? What's he gonna do, fight us? He wrote The Last Unicorn.
I mean...
It like did he has a spine.
Apparently it's a great novel, so...
Yeah. I don't know, I never read it.
And I won't.
And I won't because I'm not a nerd.
Yeah, fuck you, Peter S. Beagle.
Fuck you, Dan.
History. That's it.
Alright.
You want to guess a budget? It's only you. So you can't lose.
That means I can't win either.
Does it feel better to not lose or to win?
What?
Like if there were 3. If there was you, Devin, and Lucas on.
There he is.
Hey, Pyre. Would it feel better to win among the 3 of you guys?
Yeah.
Or just not lose? Like you took second and you don't have to buy someone a Subaru.
It would feel better to win than to just not lose. Of course.
You like winning more than you hate losing?
I guess.
Huh.
I'm not sure if I understand.
You like to win more than you hate to lose. Do you feel better when you win than you do worse when you lose?
Depends on what I'm playing. And who?
Guess that budget.
If I'm
Devin and Lucas.
Guess that budget I don't mind too much. I just have a good time.
Oh, okay.
The only time I've hated to lose more than I've liked to win is when I owed a car.
Or Rocket League.
Or Rocket League. Rocket League I get pretty upset. That's one.
And Fortnite.
And like
when some 9-year-old just knows how to build like crazy and you're like, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm really glad there's no mics because I'd be talking a lot of shit to 9-year-olds.
There's no mics?
Well, not like with... If you're on the same team, you can talk to each other, but you can't just talk to everybody. You know how bad that would be?
Like in Call of Duty?
Yeah.
I guess that's true, because in Fortnite, there's 100 players.
Yeah, you know how bad just a screaming, an island of screaming children?
It's just a wall of sound from 9-year-olds. Like, who the fuck your mom?
All of them. You know how bad Armando would be? Because he's just as bad. If he hears a 9-year-old talking shit, he just starts talking shit right back immediately. He's so bad. He gets so mad. Fucking guy.
Like Call of Duty days?
Yeah. Worse.
But there wasn't 100 people on that.
No.
There's 10 or something.
Or 10. What are we talking about?
Guess
what is
that
this
budget. It's all you.
1982.
If you're all alone. God. I'm trying to come up with a rhyme with budget. That's not fudget.
Okay.
I was gonna rhyme with cousin, but then I was like, budget cousin? Because then it had to be bussin'.
Curmudgeon?
Ooh! Curmudget. Bludget. Like you're bludging it.
You bludgeon, though. You were bludgeoned. It's not bludget.
No, you're bludging someone.
No, it's bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning it.
Blushing.
Blush
No,
it.
that's horrible. It's getting further.
Crush it.
Crush it?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're all alone and you just want to crush it, drink some beers and guess that budget. Because you're drinking beers when you're alone.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
probably cans. Hopefully.
You're trying to crush
Squeezing glass bottle with my hands. No gloves.
Yeah, what do you think this budget is?
1982 animated film. With a... Is it still star-studded back in 82? Like, is Jeff Bridges a star? Or is that, like, maybe his first movie?
I can't tell you. Yeah, that's tough.
Do you know... Is Alan Arkin a little... Alan Arkin passed too, right?
Alan Arkin...
older.
No, he hasn't passed, but he's very...
Why did I think he was dead?
I don't know.
God, I don't know. This is a tough one.
Alan Arkin was born in 1934, so he's 88.
300,000?
Okay, but this is 40 years ago, so he was 48 at the time of this.
So probably not his first movie.
No. Christopher Lee was 53. Jeff Bridges was...
19.
He was born in 1949, so he was 33 at the time. Jeff Bridges is somewhat young. Mia Farrow. She's in Rosemary's Baby. She was born in 45, so she was 37. And Angela Lansbury is the last one. She's old. She was born in 1925. So
Oh my god.
I mean, she died in 96 though. She died this year. Oh my god, she died a month ago.
Wait, what?
Angela Lansbury died a month ago.
Why do you think she died in 96?
No, she was 96 is what I said.
Oh. She died a month ago.
In
Damn.
1996. When I was born.
Yeah. Am I the reincarnation of Angela Lansbury?
Oh,
no, she died a month ago.
No, yeah, she died a month ago. So
About a
1925. So she was 57 in this. So no, they were not brand new to the scene. So you said 300,000?
Unless it was Jeff Bridges, maybe. Yeah, 300,000.
3.5 million.
Oh, my god.
And this was not the best animation?
No, but it wasn't that bad. It was that kind of... I could see it pass as like a 90s animation, though, which is saying something for 82, you know? What was the best animation in the 80s besides Disney? Doing, like, 4 movies, like Snow White.
That's Disney.
Yeah.
There isn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, not being a Disney, it's not too bad. But it definitely has that, whenever a character's just talking or saying anything... Sorry, I keep hiding behind the mic. Whenever they're doing anything, they have to be moving, so that's just, like, very slight twitching movements anytime they're having, like, a sentence or a conversation.
Yeah.
It's that kind of animation, if you know what I'm talking about.
It's a little old school and rough, but... Yeah. 3.5. What do you think this made opening weekend?
Oh, they spent $3.5 million on it?
Mm-hmm.
Opening, I'm going to go back to the well and say 300,000 on that one.
2.3 mil.
That's crazy again. People are stoked for this thing. They really want to see the last unicorn.
Yeah.
I
It's
guess
like
it's
basically
the
the
only
avatar of its time.
Yeah.
It's the only one.
You have to see it. Yeah,
It's the people's weed.
It's the people's weed.
And then US and Canada total.
Combined. 5
million?
Yes.
Okay. $6.5 million.
Ah, it's better.
So it made over $3 million, which is great.
That's great. That's more than I've made so far.
Are you close?
Yeah.
Good.
I've maybe made... God, how much money have I made in my life?
This might be a nightmare. I'm moving the mic.
We can edit it
No,
out.
I will edit that one out. Goodness.
What was the question?
I don't think there was a question. I said I made $3 million, and then you said,
Oh, I said I haven't made that much. And you
Oh,
said,
yeah.
how much have you made?
how much have you made in your lifetime?
Like, total?
Yeah. U.S. and Canada.
U.S. and Canada? I don't know. But it, like... If we said, like, I don't know, 80,000, maybe? But you could round that up to 100, which is basically...
Which rounds to $1 million.
Basically 200, basically 500, basically $1 million.
It's a very liberal round.
Which is basically 3 million. So I'm halfway there.
Okay. How much do you think it's made worldwide?
You said the book was translated to 25 different languages?
Yeah. 27?
I think you said 25, and then a new version was published recently, so maybe a 26.
25 prior to the 2007 edition.
Yeah. Which was 3 different languages. Shit. 11.
Million?
Yes.
Which is almost how much you've made in your lifetime.
Yeah, if you round a little bit.
6.5. Couldn't find anything outside of U.S. and Canada.
Okay.
Stuck to what it was.
They didn't even release globally, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Shit. I should start guessing that just more often.
Just the
same
same?
number, yeah.
Not a bad guess. I mean, like any new, like, big movie, yeah. But like any of, like, the, like, weird older ones, like Videodrome.
Did that one do really well?
I don't think it
That's-
made, no.
Like nothing again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like more often than not, they had maybe an extra 500K outside the US and Canada. It's safer to just say the same number.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're me and you're terrible at this game.
So $3.5 million budget, ended up making 6.5 total. Made over it, so that's a win. Monetarily, at least.
Yeah, which is the only way that counts.
Well, counting is with numbers. Good job, Seth.
Thank you.
And tagline time. 4 of them.
Oh, shit. The magical fantasy adventure based on the best-selling book.
I hate those.
I hate those. We hate those.
But it's good. We hate those. Good hate. But it is decent marketing, because it's like, oh, it's a book.
Oh, shit. My kids should see that, because it's smart.
Smart.
Smart. I think I have the voice of the guy that's like, buy this DVD. It'll be on DVD soon, before the thing you're watching on a VCR. And you're like, I just want to watch the thing I'm watching. Why is this guy telling me to
Coming
buy something
soon
else?
to VHS.
Yeah, I think I have that voice. I don't have the trailer voice like Devin has. I have... Come on. Can we skip these?
Let's skip the tagline.
Oh, boy. Numero 2. A treasured fantasy classic of incomparable charm. Wow.
Almost like you can't compare it to anything.
Incomparable charm. The third one. There's magic in believing.
There's magic in this building.
The fourth one. The Enchanted Tale of the Last Unicorn.
Hell yeah. Favorite?
Were you doing this? This is scary thing?
What?
There's magic in this building.
Huh?
What were you doing?
Just a voice.
There's so many inside jokes we have that like have that exact same tone. I don't know which one it was. Which one?
I like number 2.
I think so too.
Treasured family classic of incomparable charm.
That one's awesome.
I don't know if it's a classic because I've never heard of it before. And there might be movies with better charm, so you can compare it. But maybe not in 1982.
Yeah. I think it's a decent tagline. You can lie in taglines all the time. Good movie. Okay, Transformers 19.
This unicorn ate my ass.
It's really the... Yeah. Didn't have a problem with that title, The Last Unicorn. What about unicorn in general, Brandon? Where's the first one?
There, Oh, I can't say that. That's spoilers. We don't do spoilers on the show.
But we do make taglines.
We do. We do be making taglines. So what are we going to say?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have to go to... All I could think of is like the third unicorn as a worse title.
Mine was going to be like, Welcome to Oklahoma City, the last Unibomber.
Why wouldn't you say unicorn? Like Kevin Durant used to play there. Or Chet Holmgren's there now.
I don't know.
That would have been
because there was
topical and not about terrorism.
There was that bombing in Oklahoma City.
Recently?
No, this was a while back.
Like why are we talking about it?
Early 2000s, Oklahoma City bombing.
Early 2000s?
Yeah, let me look.
Wasn't Unibomber bombed like New York, didn't he?
I think so.
Like Times Square?
OKC.
No, not Times Square.
OKC bombing. Memorial.
What's that big park in New York called?
Homie bomb. 1995 is when it happened.
Why are we talking about it?
Because the Unibomber.
No.
Was the Unibomber in New York City? I think he was.
I think he was like Central Park or something.
The Unibomber. He was from Chicago.
He was in Montana for a little bit. He's from Montana, wasn't he?
Ted Kaczynski?
Yeah. Or he like lived in Montana for a little while?
Was born and raised in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Later lived in Salt Lake and San Francisco.
Which one of them was in Montana?
I don't know.
I swear one of the crazy like killer guys was just chilling in Cedar Rapids or something. That was a dated reference.
That's going to be mine. Welcome to Oklahoma City, home of the last Unibomber.
That's horrible. I love it.
He was a mathematics prodigy.
It's unicorn, the big lump with knobs.
It has the juice.
It has the juice.
That's pretty good, actually.
That's the worst thing I've ever said.
Until you say the last Unibomber. All right, great.
Unibomber.
Unifacts?
I hardly know her.
It's fact time. Corn facts?
Didn't we do corn facts already?
I don't know. We did cock facts.
Cock fact. I thought we did corn facts for something for like... No, I really wanted to because of that fucking song. I think Facticorn is better than...
Oh, that's way better.
Or what about The Last Fact?
The last Unifactor.
The Last Unifactor. The Fact Unicorn.
Did you say the last... Did you say Factcorn?
Facticorn.
Facticorn. No, I like the last fact. That's
the
probably
last
the
fact
best.
sounds better. Or
eat my fact.
No, don't eat my fact.
I think we should go with the last fact.
The last fact.
Facticorn? The last Facticorn?
The fact lasticorn. The fact unicorn.
The fact lasticorn it is. Elastigirl.
The elastic facticorn.
The Elastigirl Facticorn strikes again.
Back from the dead. This time it's personal. I'm bombing up
the
here.
last the Unibombing.
I'm floundering. I'm not unibombing.
Who knew that he had such a pull on this episode?
Not
So
me.
the Elastigirl Facticorn strikes again
From the dead.
from the dead.
This time it's personal.
The Elastigirl Facticorn strikes again from the dead. This time it's personal #1. Sir Christopher Lee, who played King Haggard, showed up for the recording sessions armed with his own copy of the book. Armed makes it sound like he's a Unibomber or something.
Why would you say it like that?
It says it in my notes.
No, I know. Why would they write it like that?
Armed with his own copy of the book, with several places marked to indicate that things must not, in his opinion, be omitted. This is similar to his behavior on Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring, and its sequels, in which he also showed up with a copy of the books and was often a stickler for the exact fidelity to the novels.
Yeah, I remember I saw an interview of him recently he helped Peter Jackson act out... Percy Jackson act out how to get stabbed in the back. Because let me say Percy. Peter.
Hey, Peter!
There we are. He was having the actor, like, scream. And Christopher Lee comes up and he's like, you ever seen somebody get stabbed in the back? Because I have. I know what they do. I think he was in a war of some kind.
You know who has seen someone get stabbed?
Is it you?
Kelly.
Oh, God. Do they scream?
In Portugal.
In Portugal?
Yeah, when she was playing soccer, her and her friend were walking down the street. I think her teammate.
Yeah.
This man came up with a handful of cocaine, blew it into their faces, stabbed her friend like twice, and ran off.
Oh my god. That's traumatizing. Did she scream, though?
Kelly
I
or
guess
her
that's
friend?
Yeah.
I don't
Her
know.
friend.
I'll text her.
Yeah. Well, we can find out later. But what I was going to say before... What a horrifying story. I'm sorry, Kelly. Christopher Lee said I've seen that before, because I think he was in a war of some kind. He said they kind of just like gasp and like all the air comes out of their lungs from shock rather than screaming.
Huh.
So he does seem like a stickler for realism when he's doing his acting and committing to his parts. Can't remember if I had anything else to say.
All right, the text is off.
I can't. Don't make her relive that for an answer to this podcast.
It's okay.
Man.
I'll say it's for the podcast, and she'll be like, "Oh, totally."
Of course, anything for the podcast.
I'm gonna text that right now too.
Yeah, sorry to bring up this traumatic event. God,
For
Brandon,
the podcast.
It's for the podcast. It's worth it, I promise. That's crazy. What
Um,
a crazy way to justify any action that we have from here to the end of time.
She's got to remember the trauma too. She's like, okay, so cocaine was born, and the double stab, and then and then she plays back, she, like reenact, like.
like a Rolodex in her
She's
brain.
got like a knife to her stomach. Like,
Was it upwards?
She wouldn't have screamed if it would have hit the lung and the solar, but no.
Yeah. Did she tisk at him?
Please don't stab me.
This is horrible. I'm sorry. I feel bad. Usually I'm like, I love making light of a situation, but this feels like like somebody I know that like
Shout
went
out
through
Rat
something.
Boy.
Shout out Rat Boy.
Shout out Kelly.
I don't want to make fun of like people I know's traumas. Just like random ones. It's cool.
Shout out
like
Rat-
the Unibomber I
Rat
can make
Man
fun of.
is what I said in our.
That's right.
He's all grown up now.
He is a man.
Next one. He is the man.
He is a man.
In 2010, co-director Jules Bass revealed that Jeff Bridges called him out of the blue, volunteered to do this movie for free, and recommended his friend Jimmy Webb for the soundtrack.
Jeff Bridges and Jimmy Webb were friends?
Yeah. Homies.
All right.
For free. That saves on budget.
Did he actually do it for free?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's pretty sick.
The director's like, no, we should probably pay you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. At least a little bit. Like, here's a 20, go buy yourself lunch or something. Or get him a round of beers every day.
1982, $20 could have got you good lunch.
That's true. Real good lunch.
Could you imagine with how much money you've made in your life, your $3.5 million, how much you could get in 1982 with the rounding?
I could make the last unicorn.
You could. Which would make you money.
The possibilities are endless.
Next one. The soundtrack was one of the best-selling albums of 1983 in
Really?
Germany.
Oh. But it didn't make money outside the US and Canada.
Apparently not.
Okay.
Or at least it didn't say so on IMDb's box office data.
Right.
I need to subscribe to IMDb Pro. Pay for that subscription.
Yeah, that way we'll know exactly who won.
Then we know who the pro is. Next. The word Schmendrick, you heard that right?
Ugh.
The name of the inept magician voiced by Alan Arkin, is based on the Yiddish slang word schlemiel, which means unlucky bungler. Do you know what a bungler is?
He bungles things.
He bludgeons things.
You were saying it right now? I've heard that before.
He bludges things. Oh yeah, that's
think I
right.
heard
He
it on-
bludges.
I think I've heard it on like Parks and Rec or something. No,
Bungler?
no, schlemiel.
Oh, schlemiel.
Yeah,
Huh.
it was some show. They said they were talking about Jerry. I think it was in Parks and Rec.
Makes sense.
I think it runs like there's a schlemaz and a schlemazel. The schlemaz is somebody that spills the soup at a party, and the schlemazel is the one that like
Cleans
gets
it
it
up.
spilled on.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, Jerry's both of them.
which makes him the
But
unlucky bungler.
It could have been like schlemaz and schlemiel.
Yeah.
I don't know Yiddish.
This next one I put in because it's a good one. The riddle that befuddles Rook, why is a raven like a writing desk, is the famous unanswered riddle by the Mad Hatter in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis and Carroll. Carroll wrote the riddle as nonsense and it has no answer. But the reason why I put this in here is because, Seth, your first ever episode in The Wicker Man when Nicolas Cage is in the classroom.
Yeah.
And walks back there like, this is her desk, and he opens it up, and then a bird flies. There's, what the fuck was that? We brought up that why is a raven like a desk thing. We talked about that for a while.
And Lucas actually had messaged me the day after that it dropped.
It came out?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And he explained to me why a raven was like a writing desk.
Why?
I don't remember. So I Googled it when we were watching. And I found, I think, a completely separate answer from what Lucas had told me.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like fan theory answers. So.
Yeah. This is the first time I'd ever read this one. It was, what is it? It's never backwards. It's if you change one letter in never, Nevar instead, it's raven backwards. And also, never backwards means forwards. And if you change one letter in forwards to FORWORDS instead of ARDS, a writing desk is 4 words. So never backwards is raven and also 4 words.
A writing desk is 3 words.
FOR. Words. It's for words.
Oh.
Yeah. Never backwards,
Huh.
raven, and for words.
Huh.
Yeah. No idea if that's right, but it's cool. Now
There's no answer, so it is right.
Yeah.
And wrong. And your life doesn't matter. The world doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Money's just a concept.
Yeah.
But Louie, come here. You're gonna be in the camera.
I thought he wanted. Oh yeah, get in the camera before you go outside. Oh, this nihilism is making me hungry.
Look at him, guys. Look at Lou. Look in the camera. He wearing his sweater.
Look over here. You love this. Look, you love when I do this.
You're not doing anything.
Lou.
Look in the camera, Lou.
He's looking at me.
People,
he says help.
Tune in to the YouTube series at 46 minutes to see Lou.
Do you like dogs? Do you wish they had half the jaw? If you answered yes to one or both of these questions.
Oh, you give the hugs. You give the best hugs, Lou.
Then you would love the last Louis corn.
Yeah, that's my Louis corn. Alright, you can get down now. Yeah, I'll let you down, and I'll let you out of the room. Yep, shaking away. Go on, buddy. Sneak on out.
I stay up too late.
Next one. Alongside The Secret of Nim from 1982, Watership Down from 1978, and The Plague of Dogs from 1982, so 3 1982s.
Plague of Dogs.
This is easily considered one of the darkest and most violent animated movies of the late 20th century. These movies were rated G and PG in the cases of Watership Down and The Plague Dogs. Additionally, all of these movies were released before the existence of the PG-13 rating. So it was GPGR.
Oh. This one was still G. It wasn't even
This
PG.
is still G, yeah. And there were titties and killing and all that good stuff.
Hi, Caesar.
Caesar just opened the goddamn door?
Well, yeah, it wasn't closed.
Well, I mean, I pushed it.
Oh, yeah.
He's a strong boy.
Did we talk about Plague of Dogs this week? Was I talking to Lucas about that? Did somebody bring it up in the group chat? Or was it remade?
I don't remember.
I feel it's an entity in my head right now. I remember hearing somewhere. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, quite violent.
Yeah.
Nudity, some killing.
A little bit of killing, yeah.
Yeah. Next. These are some people that almost got the roles. So for Schmendrick, the magician, instead of Alan Arkin, there was almost Dustin Hoffman.
Oh.
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford?
Yep.
Okay.
And Mark Hamill.
And Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then for King Haggard, instead of Sir Christopher Lee, there was John Vernon, John Carradine, and James Earl Jones.
Really?
So we've got 3 Star Wars people in here right now.
Yeah.
And then lastly is for Prince Lear, instead of Jeff Bridges, there was Michael Crawford, Richard Harris, and Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Some big names trying out for this film.
Yeah. Young Kurt.
Young Harrison Ford. Fresh off Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Dustin Hoffman would have made sense for Schmendrick as well. I was definitely I just watched Ishtar recently, and the delivery of the jokes in there was very reminiscent of what Schmendrick was doing in The Last Unicorn. Like, it sounded like how Dustin Hoffman tells his jokes. So I was like, what is... Yeah. It sounded familiar, and I couldn't figure out why until like halfway through.
Hi, buddy. Penultimate one. Despite being rated G by the MPAA, female nudity is seen briefly. Additionally, swearing and substance abuse was also found in this movie. 2 years later, these were taken out of the G-rated version, but were kept in the PG-13 rated version.
We missed something?
We must have watched the G-rated.
We missed the nudity and the substance abuse?
The nudity is, I think, the harpy's tits.
That's it?
Probably.
I didn't see any substance abuse.
Unless it's the skeleton with the alcoholism.
With the alcohol? Yeah. Could have been that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe we did.
And then lastly is nominations.
You happy?
Only one, he's saying that to you listeners. Are you happy? Is
enjoying this episode?
Nomination, the only one, no wins, just one nomination at the American Academy of Sci-Fi, Fantasy, and Horror Films. Best Animated Film. Did not win, though.
Who won?
I don't know.
Okay.
So that's the end of our Elastigirl, the Facticorn, Back from the Dead.
The Strikes Again, Back from the Dead.
Strikes Again, Back from the Dead.
This time it's personal.
It's personal.
This time it's better.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That's a good name for a sequel.
Elastigirl, the Facticorn, Strikes Again.
Back from the Dead.
Back from the Dead, but this time it's better.
Personal. Cut it.
Hell of a tagline. So it's movie time. Caesar boy.
He loves being in here.
Yeah, he does. He's getting all the pets. Oh my god, did Kelly text back? She did. She said, bah ha 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 ha, why will that be on? She didn't, though.
Christopher Lee was right.
Good to know. We're talking about
Don't
the
spoil
science of stabbing.
Alright, that's not a spoiler, per se.
Oh, cool, science of stabbing.
Yeah.
What's next? Nicole Kidman's gonna stab me?
Perfect oh my god, there she is! Nicole Kidman in a dead sprint.
I think I screamed just out of sheer shock that Nicole Kidman is even there.
I screamed just before she stabbed me.
Yeah, you're like, ah, Nicole Kidman! And you're like,
was,
oh,
you
Nicole
choking
Kidman.
on your beer was, no. That's you getting cut.
Yeah.
I'm running out of things to make Nicole Kidman do.
Nicole Kidman's dying, and it's sad.
She's dying?
We're gonna have to hold a funeral. Yeah. Not her herself.
Like we've
We're
made
gonna
her
have to hold a funeral for her.
She's scarier than my sleep paralysis demons have been.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
You wake up and you see Nicole Kidman.
Well, because like lately it's been like I wake up to the sleep paralysis demons. And I'm like, okay, let's get this shit over with. Because they laugh a lot at me, and they're just like, ha ha, like trying to tickle
Can't
my
move, you
they, like,
bitch.
tickle my feet. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. Well, it's your fault. You're my sleep paralysis demon. It was him. But yeah, Nicole Kidman, sleep paralysis demon.
No, I like the idea of her running at you, stabbing you, but you do scream. Just out of sheer joy to see Nicole Kidman.
Oh my god, it's been years. It's a high school reunion.
Hey, Nicole! Ah!
Good fake knife, Nicole.
That's one of the collapsible ones.
Yeah, she loves bringing prop weapons to parties. That old girl.
Check out this gun I got.
Oh, Nicole.
Nicole, that doesn't have an orange tip. Is that real?
She was always the prankster. I spray painted
Bang, bang.
Class of 2014.
Bang.
Is it Jonah Hill?
Yeah. Our 10-year reunion's coming up.
I know. God. Year and a half, man. I'm old. I'm dying.
I think the rumor is that your senior class president plans it or something. Is like in charge, like the senior class.
I think that's usually probably who they ask first. They don't have to by any means. It's like the bride's parents pay for a wedding.
Yeah,
like, that's
like
traditional.
it's supposed to be like the senior class. Like
who best represents our senior class? Is it me?
No.
Said no very fast.
I'm very confident too.
And I'm not
if it is our
my mind.
senior class student body, well, I guess it's not because student body president was Austin and Kevin and
should have been Aaron.
It should have been Aaron. It was supposed to be Aaron.
He won.
Yeah,
but his grades weren't good enough.
Well, it was supposed to be Austin, Aaron, and Micah, because Aaron was always president, and Austin was like, hey, I should run against you. I want like a true mate to run against. And he was like, no, you've always been my vice president, and like we do great together. But then they competed. So then it was Austin. Aaron won vice president, but didn't have good enough grades, so Kevin got in.
No, Aaron won president. He ran for president.
No, he ran for vice.
He won president and didn't have the grades to actually do it. They wouldn't let him.
Oh, well, whatever it was, yeah. Not good enough grades. And then Micah. But senior class president, vice president, and secretary are supposed to do it.
Micah
not student body.
Went to Carroll for basketball.
Yes, and track.
I saw her at Shields once between freshman and sophomore year.
Of college?
This high school, yeah. Or between sophomore and junior, maybe. But I ran into her at Shields. I was like, oh, hey, what's up? And I don't know, just saying, like, hey, we've never really spoken to each other at all. And I was like, huh, your voice got deeper over the summer. Which is, like, the perfect thing to say to a lady.
Oh, you said that?
I said that to her. Yeah, I said, your voice got deeper. She's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just left. I went home.
Yeah, you should have. But I think it's supposed to be your senior class ones. So it should be Tommy Martz, Maggie Dunphy, and Tom Donahue in charge.
Oh, not student body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tommy, Maggie, and Tom.
Tom
Donahue.
Oh. All right.
And then some of the senators, which were me and you.
Yeah, senator. It's my old secret handshake with my cult.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Mine is this.
That's Hitler. You just...
No, that's up.
Yeah, it's like a 10-degree difference from Hitler, man. You're 10 degrees better, I guess.
10 degrees better. 10 degrees from Nicole Kidman.
Is she Hitler?
In the movie. No,
okay.
not of course not. She's Australian. Keith Urban is Hitler. She's Mussolini.
Let's get into the movie.
Mussolini, the last Italian.
Don't get into the movie.
Oh my god.
Nicole Kidman.
Yeah. 92-minute film. It starts with panning through a forest.
That was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. When you first told me about the movie and showed me the trailer, I thought it was one of those 50-minute movies.
Nah. 92.
Nar.
Excuse me. You're panning through a beautiful forest. You're panning through a regular forest.
Panning through a fine forest.
And some hunters are chasing something in the unicorn forest. When you get to see the silhouette of a unicorn. The unicorn overhears the hunter saying that they're like, oh, we're in this forest. This is the place where the last unicorn lives. And they're like, well, we shouldn't hunt here anymore.
Yeah, I don't know how they knew that she was there.
I don't either.
They just deduced it.
But they say something like, well, if we hunt the unicorn and we kill her, or we can't hunt here, because if a unicorn lives here, all the wildlife can't be hunted.
Yeah, they're like protected, or she warns the wildlife or something. I don't know. It's understood that her magic protects them from the hunters.
And, she overhears this all. She's like, I'm the last unicorn? And then you get a theme song, and it was a hell of a theme song. It was long.
By America?
Yeah, it was like 3 minutes.
It was kind of a banger, though. I can see why Germans loved it so much.
This whole album?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good album.
Some of the songs were good. There was one later on, I was like, this shit slaps. And you were like, this was on earlier. It's like, oh. I guess it just hits harder the second time.
The man's road or something.
Yeah, it's a man's lonely road or something like that. Some stupid lyrics, but...
She's a female unicorn.
America... Yeah, right. But America loves harmonies. The band.
And just singing in general, harmonies.
I don't know. Our pop songs are kind of lacking.
Well, you get that theme song, and then the unicorn gives us a history lesson. It's weird. Sometimes she's narrating, sometimes she's actually speaking. But she gives us a narrated history lesson about how there have always been and always will be unicorns. Even if a unicorn is killed, they do not vanish.
I don't think that's what she's saying.
That is what she said.
Do you have it written down?
No. I mean, I have it here.
Yeah. The way I remember hearing that was like... She was like, what happened to them? Were they killed? Because they couldn't have just vanished.
She did say, even if they are killed, they do not vanish. She did say those words.
Alright, I'll put blind faith in you just this once.
And then, here's a note from Lucas, because I've got his notes and his quotes and everything.
Hell yeah.
He put, the unicorn meets a frat boy butterfly.
Oh my god.
This butterfly set the pace for the film.
No. He was doing his own film and he stopped by to record for this one. I don't know why he was there.
He just spoke in limericks.
He was a fucking lunatic, dude.
My note is, the unicorn is now singing a song to a butterfly. Won't you come home, my Irish rose?
That's what the butterfly was singing to the unicorn. Yeah, he was... I don't know if he was coming up with those songs just on the fly, if he had this, like, written down beforehand and, like, rehearsed. He was crazy.
And she would ask him over and over, that's my notice. So he will not answer a single question, but instead sings a random song. She's like, hey, am I... on your travels across the land, am I the last unicorn? He's like, Red Rover, Red Rover.
Yeah, something about blood.
Yeah, he's talking about blood a lot.
He started freestyling. It was crazy.
All my life I won money in Paris. He did backseat freestyle. It was crazy.
Kendrick Schmendrick. Look at this butterfly.
30 years before Good Kid, Mad City came out, he did backseat freestyle.
As an animated butterfly. As a toddler.
He was weird. He did not fit. But she keeps asking him, am I the last one? Butterfly finally says something helpful and tells her she can find the others, but only if she's brave.
Yeah.
The others crossed the road long ago, and their footsteps were covered by the Red Bull. Not the drink. Literal Red Bull.
A literal Red Bull.
And you get a little flash of it, like...
The Red Bull?
Yeah. Hundreds of unicorns are being chased away by a giant Red Bull.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of just looks like light, though, the Red Bull. Like, it's not... It doesn't look like a body like all the unicorns are.
Yeah, it looks like a gaseous more than like a solid, like corporeal form.
Ooh, good word.
I've used that before for some reason. But the whole scene is hilarious because of this fucking butterfly. Because he's just freestyling, singing songs off the dome, and then suddenly he's got this esoteric knowledge that like nobody on Earth has but him. He's like, all the unicorns were driven into the sea by a magical creature. He's like, what? And she's believing every word after he's spoken complete nonsense for 4 minutes on end.
My ex goes, oh, he's back to the riddles and songs and bullshit, saying to listen, but don't listen to me. He's like, you've got to listen. She's like, okay, I am. He's like, no, not to me, you idiot.
You fuck.
You just listen.
Just listen. Listen to what the wind is saying.
The wind never helped her.
2 arms, one family. I don't know. Brother Bear?
No, that's Two
Tarzan?
Worlds, One Family, Tarzan.
Yeah.
Still Phil Collins.
Yeah, still Phil Collins.
But the unicorn decides she's going to leave her forest to find the others. But all the animals look at her worried because that means they can now be hunted.
Those hunters got in her head so bad.
And she is walking across, stumbles upon a human, like a farmer, who tries to capture her as a horse. And she gets offended because he calls her a mare.
What the fuck?
But apparently men can't see unicorns?
Yeah, because we don't have any sense of wonder. I don't know.
Lucas's note is the unicorn runs across the country like Forrest Gump, encounters the hunchback of Notre Dame, the farmer guy. He was small and very hunched.
He had the friar haircut, too.
He did, and yeah, he put men can't see unicorns. It was weird. But women can?
Yeah.
Because they believe?
I assume so. I don't know what else. There wasn't anything in the movie that really said otherwise, I don't think. Didn't explain it, really.
And then here's that song. She escapes the farmer. He tries to capture her and whatnot.
Yeah.
She escapes, runs off, and you get a new song. Here I am, walking man's road.
So good. Slapped fucking hard.
Look up the song.
Look it up right now. We'll wait. Come back. We'll pause for 3 minutes.
Listeners, do you actually know what the term "it slapped" means? Because I asked my mom. She brought me some soup one day while I was at work, and she's like, hey, Brandon, how was the soup? And I was like, oh, it slapped. And she's like, Brandon, I don't know what that means. And so I texted her back and responded, dash it bussin' for real, ma. And she was like, oh, thanks. I'm glad you liked it. And I was like, how the hell do you know you don't know slapped, but you knew dash it bussin' for real, ma?
Didn't you type in, like, FR instead of for real, too?
Dash it bussin' for real.
That's crazy.
Or for ma.
That's...
D-A-S-S-H-I apostrophe dash shit.
Yeah.
Bussin'. B-U-S-S-I-N.
Yeah.
F-R-F-R-M-A. Dash shit bussin' for real, ma.
Ma.
The meatloaf! But yeah, so slapped. It slapped. It means it. It's a banger. It hit. It was good.
Leave us a voicemail if you don't know what slapped means.
And we'll explain it to you in boomer terms.
It was good. We did. Don't leave a voicemail.
Don't listen to that part. Leave us a voicemail.
Spoiled.
But yeah, so that song slapped, and she's sleeping by the side of the road at nighttime, too close to the side of the road.
One family.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that was one of my notes. Is every time she's napped twice at this point, and both times like right in harm's way for some reason.
Yeah.
Where all the traffic is, whatever traffic there is in the feudal era of whatever country this is.
Yeah, a carnival crew picks her up.
Presumably England, since it was like Robin Hood and knights and shit.
Yeah. Lucas said some Mad Max people kidnap a unicorn.
Mad Max people?
Yeah. They were a weird, sketchy carnival crew with magical powers. And
that screams Mad Max.
they're putting her in the carnival, and I put, this wizard is so young. Schmendrick the Magician.
Yeah.
He was a young guy.
Yeah. He was young enough to have like
and the boy.
an ironic sense of humor too. He's always doing some shtick, like Rodney Dangerfield style. My wife said she cooked, didn't know she'd burn the water. I don't know any Rodney Dangerfield, but it's always something like that where it's like, oh, okay, he like flips the whole joke in his head. He did that every time he could talk.
Yeah. And the lady that is in charge of the carnival casts a magic sleep spell on the unicorn and causes a new metal horn pole to come right out of her head, and it glows. Apparently, this new metal horn that came out, when it glows, casts like an illusion on the people, so that it's people's weed. When they see the unicorn, they see a unicorn and not just a horse. But that doesn't make sense, because females can see unicorns, but men can't. So is it only working for the men? And then the females see two horns on this, so it's actually a bicorn? Bicorn!
I don't think I'm going to ask any more questions about that part of it, because I hadn't thought about it until just now.
I didn't either.
Yeah. I'm going to assume that one horn was just for the men to see, and like the women didn't see it or something. I don't know how witches' powers works, man. I didn't Google it.
Yeah, she was a witch. She had powers, and
She was a witch?
Unicorn is talking to Schmendrick, the magician.
Yeah, we never got her name.
Our young wizard. Yeah, you didn't. The young wizard, about what she sees in each cage. And she says, I just see animals. I see this old lion. I see a normal snake. I see a really old monkey. But the witch has cast illusions on them.
Yeah. Yeah, to make it look like a manticore and like a giant serpent and a...
What was the monkey?
A satyr. Satyr. It's one of those old like...
Taper.
Half taper, half man. I forget. Half something.
The manticore is a lion with like a...
Tail of a scorpion,
face
of a man.
Yeah. There was also a dragon in there?
That was like a large serpent. I don't know if it was... There was a dragon too, yeah. And the big serpent, yeah.
But she sees all these, and yeah, he tells him that she's cast these mirages and disguises normal animals to look like mystical creatures to humans. And then you... Are you looking up satyr?
Yeah. One of a class of lustful, drunken woodland gods. Represented as a man with a horse's ears and tail, but in Roman representations as a man with a goat's ears, tail, legs, and horns. So like Mr. Tumnus from the book... the Narnia. Yeah. And they go in there and they're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck is Teddy Jenkins? So, with that, there is one creature that is actually like a real life, like mystical creature. And it's the harpy.
It's a vulture.
Yeah, it's a harpy, which is...
It looks like a vulture. Or a buzzard, maybe.
Yeah, but what it does is it has 3 titties.
That's what it does.
Well, it's evil, but it has 3 titties that are lactating milk out of them.
They're not milking.
They literally were dripping milk.
Were they really?
Yeah.
I thought you were just I didn't see that.
Yeah, she was lactating.
I did not. I just saw them things hanging, as they say.
I
did not see the lactation.
Those were busting for real.
It's fucking weird.
It was. We were like, whoa!
Gee.
Whoa!
Interesting.
Yeah, it's got titties dripping milk. And why? I don't think there was a reason for it, too.
No, it wasn't, like, symbolic of anything.
No, it just had titties.
Interesting.
And
Well, it might have been just. I thought you were talking about the milk part specifically. I mean, maybe I don't know anything about harpies. That could just be like a mythologically accurate depiction. The milk was probably unnecessary.
Yeah. The witch tells the unicorn all about how she knows of the Red Bull of King Haggard.
I know your deal, bitch.
And she will never survive if she goes to King Haggard's castle. But she'll never go anyway because she's always going to stay caged up for her.
Yeah, she talks a lot of shit. The whole time she's on screen, she's like, I'm that bitch. You are never escaping. Not on your own, anyway. Like,
God, Baba would have been so great as the witch.
Didn't I say that during the movie a couple times? I wish Baba was here. Yeah. I wish Lucas was here. I wish Devin was here. I haven't seen Devin in...
I know.
Ugh. Anyway.
The last time we saw him was when he was here in person.
I know. He was so tall.
We can't get back into that. So Smendrick, after she says she's always going to stay caged up, helps to try and break the unicorn out of her cage. And we get to watch all of his magic tricks fail. But he does have magic. Like, he does... It's not great, but...
Yeah, he doesn't know how to use it, really.
He shrunk the unicorn's cage so small, she's like, reverse it!
He almost killed her. Yeah, he shrunk it really small. He accidentally, like, cast a burning spell on it. It's like anytime you touched him, your hands would get burned really bad. I don't know how he did. That's such a specific one.
He's so good at juggling, though.
The juggling was crazy.
Yeah. That man could juggle, like, for real.
He couldn't do anything else, though.
And after
juggling slapped.
After his magic doesn't work, he's like, I don't know what to do. He's like, but it'll be fine because I stole the henchman's keys. I distracted him with a riddle, which was the... Why is a raven like a writing desk?
Oh, yeah.
Stole Rook's... Was that his name? Rook?
I think so. I think it was R-U-H-K.
Yeah. Stole his keys. He was the henchman of it.
Yeah.
And is trying to get it out, but Lucas's note here, goofy lock thing.
Yeah. It had, like, the witch's face and was laughing at him.
Yeah, it talked.
Yeah. You stupid idiot.
You're not going to get me out. And he does. He gets it out. He sticks it right in the mouth and...
He does.
Gets the unicorn out, and she uses her horn in each of the locks to set free all the locked up animals.
He had the keys the whole time.
Yeah. Start with that.
I know, I was pissed. Bro, what are you doing? See boy.
He's so sleepy. No, sleepy boy. You lay your head back down. You keep sleeping. Oh, yeah.
Sorry I said your name.
And so... The unicorn goes up to the harpy's cage, and they're like, do not set her free. She will kill you and everyone here. But she sets her free anyway.
Yeah.
She's like, she deserves to be out. And
we shouldn't really say why, but you can assume she's just being like the creature of the earth and saying everything deserves to be free.
And so the harpy does try to kill the unicorn, but her horn protects her. And then the harpy kills the witch and Rook.
Yeah.
And the witch was like, bring it. I'm ready to die.
Yeah. Oh, she was like, oh, I know it's going to kill me someday the whole time.
Oh, yeah. She was that bitch.
It was like, it's going to kill me someday, but right now she's locked up in my cage.
Yep.
You tell him Baba sent you next time you get locked up in a witch's
Lucas
cage.
says Harpy eats the old lady, so...
Harpy eats old woman.
And so when she eats them, apparently you must walk slowly away from immortal beings or else it makes you visible if you hurry.
Oh, no. I'll say it anyway.
What?
I have a quote on that for later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll save it. And the magician joins the unicorn on her trick, but he tells her that he doesn't wish for anything for freeing her because she cannot grant him his wish that he truly wants.
Can she grant wishes?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That like never
This
comes up
is when we got
again.
into the tangent of horse pussy, though.
Whoa, yeah.
Hussy and unicussy and...
Yeah, how would you say it? How are you supposed to? I think the real answer is maybe just don't say it. But if you're us, what did we land on?
Unussy?
It all sounds bad.
It all sounds super bad.
Yeah. Let's just move away from this.
We won't continue. And he tells her that it's all about the Red Bull on their journey. He tells her all about Red Bull. And I put, yeah, he's a hell of a juggler here. And they're at the edge of Haggard's kingdom when outlaws start to come down the road, so they hide. And they find our boy Schmedrick and just steal him right off with him.
Yeah.
Unicorn's like, what the fuck? What do I do now?
What was that about? Why'd they take my mans?
But she kind of sneaks up on them and whatnot. And I thought these outlaws were going to be, like, scary, but they're chill.
Yeah. You think he's gonna like capture him and I don't know, sell him into slavery or something? But they're like, look at this guy I found just like hanging on a tree. The other guy's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Cool guy. Put him back.
They just want to hang out with him.
You can't just keep him.
And they offered him
Who's
a taco.
gonna feed him? Oh yeah.
After they've been eating rat soup for days.
Yeah, they've been eating rat soup, and the captain of the bandits comes over because I think it's Captain Coley and God, what was his name? Jeff Jingle or something.
Yeah, Jeff Jingley.
Jeff Jingle's the guy that... Jeff Jingley, that's right, even worse. He's the guy that just grabbed Merlin's beard out of a tree. And he's like, look at this guy. And Cully's like, all right, bring him over here. You want a taco, my boy? And I was like, whoa. Everybody else is...
rat soup.
They're like drinking rat soup out of Dixie cups. And he gets a taco? Are those even invented yet?
Lucas's note is, they meet some campers and eat tacos. And they're like, hey...
I like Lucas's notes better.
This lady comes up, Molly Grew, and she's like, she's apparently Captain Coley's girl or whatever, and she's like, hey, tell us a story of Robin Hood. And he's like, nah, Robin Hood's not real. I'm going to sing you a song instead. But Schmendrick uses his magic to make some apparitions of Robin Hood and what's Robin Hood's lady friend's name? Marjorie? Mannery? Whatever it is, he makes these apparitions come. I probably have it in here. Nope, I just put Robin Hood and his whole crew, and all of them go running after the apparitions except two of them.
Maid Marian is Robin Hood's sweetheart, yeah.
Yeah, so all the campers run after the apparitions, like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But Captain
Cully,
I almost said Cussy. Captain Cully and Jeff Jingley stay behind, and they're not happy about that.
Yeah.
They're like, you're taking over our crew.
They're pissed.
We're going to tie you to this giant tree and let you die out here.
Yeah. And they said they were going to keep guard of him. Like, we're going to watch you overnight and sell you in the morning. And then they both left immediately. After that. Yeah.
And he tries to use his magic to get out of the tree.
I don't care.
And his magic is not yet good.
Do you have that quoted down?
I don't think so.
No, I do for later.
Okay. His magic isn't quite there yet again, because when he uses magic to untie the ropes,
he's got a lot of potential, but he doesn't know how to control it. He can't wield it yet.
The tree turns into an old, big-breasted tree woman.
So potential he's got.
Yeah.
He just needs to know when to do that. This is not the time.
And she had big breasts, and we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Made Marina look at it.
Yeah, it did. And she was like, it's a penis.
We were like, no.
No.
But the unicorn saves the day, pokes the rope with her horn, and sets him free.
Yeah.
And
didn't slice it. She just like
poke you.
It disappeared after she poked it.
And
I just feel like that's important.
Captain Coley's girl, Molly Grew, is in the forest and sees the unicorn. Cries over it because she's waited her whole life to meet a unicorn, and she decides that she's joining them to spend time with the unicorn no matter where they go. And they're just outside the castle, but they all rest for the night before the next big day. And you get the song "On Man's Road" again here.
Oh yeah, this is
slapped.
It sounds better the second time. This is where look the song up, listen to it again. 3-minute pause here. We're gonna be in silence. We're not even gonna edit anything.
I can't do that.
I was going to do it. I was ready. I was just going to sit back and drink.
They all wake up in the night because the castle emits a light, and out pops the Red Bull, charging after the unicorn. But the Red Bull isn't trying to kill her, but driving her towards the castle like he did with the old unicorns. And Schmendrick's like, I've got a plan, but the only plan is with his magic to change her to something so humble that the Red Bull doesn't want to chase her anymore.
So I was zoning out thinking about the name Schmendrick again. Bull's chasing her. What just happened?
The bull's chasing her, but it's not killing her. It's driving her towards the castle like it did with previous.
Yeah.
And Schmendrick's like, the only way to save her is to turn her into something so humble that it doesn't want to chase her.
Yeah, and he needs a little pep talk from Molly Grew, who is here.
Yeah.
For some reason.
She just wanted to be with the unicorn.
That's right, yeah. But she gets a little pep talk, and he goes for it.
He uses magic,
and
it
magic,
works.
Whatever you say. That's his like catchphrase. He's like, magic, do what you will. That's literally what he says.
Do what you do.
Do what you do. Do you, homie? And then the magic
do you.
And then he's like, oh, I got you, Schmendrick, my boy. Turns her into a naked woman.
Yeah, lightning strikes down.
Boom.
She's a naked woman
Hot
now.
blonde.
Fully naked, platinum blonde hair.
Yeah.
Tight body.
Magic is a homie. That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to do.
Let's see what Lucas said here, because I remember he did say something. Lightning strikes them. Unicorn is a naked chick now.
What?
Yeah. She's naked and
naked AF.
She's hot. Marina even said, "Why does she have to be so hot?"
Oh God.
And,
I'm glad she was.
But the unicorn is pissed that she's a human, wishes that the magician had just let her die instead.
Yeah, the Molly was pissed at first before she even like woke up from the transformation. She was like, "What have you done?" Like she'd seen this before, and she's like, "What? Do you know the repercussions
She
of
didn't
turning?
consent to that.
Do you know the repercussions of turning a unicorn into a human? Because I do.
The last unicorn,
Yeah, let alone the last one.
and
Can't just be experimenting on her.
they make it to the castle and into the castle, but not before she stares at the water. And I put contemplate suicide.
Yeah, I had to look up and
Hindsight-
see that.
Not contemplating suicide. Foreshadow.
She was.
Could be, but
She was
also
kind of.
foreshadow.
Yeah. She was like, I might as well be dead now that I'm human.
Yeah.
And then immediately, like, the next scene was her staring longingly into rocks in the ocean, which is like a classic suicide jump spot.
Off a 10-story drop or something, too.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a winding road up to 10 more stories.
And,
She might have been.
But yeah, so he looks down, and the guards of the castle are like, "Who are you and why are you here?" And they're like, "We're coming to here to see King Haggard." And they're like, "Why?" He's like, "I won't tell you. Let me in. Then you'll know."
Yeah.
So they let him
I'm
in.
only going to discuss it with King Haggard.
They let him in. Those guards were the king
Both of them.
and his son, Prince Lear,
Yeah.
who was hot.
He was hot.
And the king is so old.
He's,
He is beyond old.
yeah, like fairy tale old, which makes sense, I
Yeah.
guess.
And Schmendrick's trying to stay in the castle by offering his services as a magician. You got Molly, who can be a chef, and I guess the unicorn's just there.
Yeah, she's there for eye candy.
Yeah.
Lear's into her.
Oh, he's really into her. But the king already has a magician. Marbuk.
Yeah. Mabruk?
Marbrook?
Mabruk.
Mabruk. But King fires Mabruk right away. He's like,
Yeah.
"You know what? We'll keep Schmendrick and the gang around." And,
Yeah, because do you remember how they convinced him? Molly was like, "You've had a master," because Haggard's whole thing is like, I only keep around me what brings me joy, and she's like, "Well, you have this master magician who's not made you happy. Why not try this idiot over here who can't do magic for
that's
shit?"
not good.
And he was like, "Okay, I'll have a bad magician, see if that's funnier for me or something."
Mabruk, yeah. Lucas's note are, Haggard and Lear and Mabruk are lit with a fire emoji.
They're lit.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
His sickness is in his brain now.
Lit is a term for anybody that doesn't know slapped.
It means slaps, which means
They're lit,
good.
like they're super cool, they're on fire.
Well, lit's an old term that's been co-opted by the new generations, but in the 90s it just meant you're really drunk.
It also means drunk, yeah.
Yeah. But like it's turned into like, oh, that's super cool now.
That's lit, yeah.
Yeah. That thing's so drunk.
But they fire him, they keep him around, and King Haggard comes up to the unicorn, looks in her eyes, and he's pissed that he cannot see his own reflection in her eyes, which we will now refer to as Lady Amalthea. That's the name that Schmendrick had given her.
Kendrick Schmendrick. Yeah, that's pretty sick name to come up with on the fly, too.
Yeah.
I've never heard that in my
Lady
life.
Amalthea.
That's awesome.
And I put here that the Prince Lear and Lady Amalthea are totally going to fall in love. It was super obvious. They were both too hot not to.
Yeah, and they're like they're two of the only people in this movie,
Yeah.
too.
And you get song, Where Did Unicorns Go? And you get to see Prince Lear trying to be a hero. He killed a dragon. He's done all these things. He keeps killing dragons and beasts and presenting to them to her as the hero he is. But Lady Amalthea doesn't even talk to him, look at him. She doesn't respect the killings.
Yeah.
You might notice he killed a dragon, but he cannot peel a potato to save his life.
No.
It was a hilarious scene. He's with Molly, cooking. Every 2 peels. He's like, oh, fuck, cut my...
He was like, oh, it's probably the potato's fault, so he tried a new one. He was like, this one too, it keeps biting me. He doesn't even know he's cutting himself.
Did he really say it's biting me?
No, I'm making him an idiot in my head.
Yeah.
In his head, he thinks the potatoes are biting him, so he's like throwing them on the ground.
Well, he can't, but he's trying to get to Molly to see what he can do. She won't accept any of his beasts he's murdered.
This is kind of funny. It's kind of like, I feel like I've seen a scene in like modern parodies of medieval movies where they're like...
Movies.
I killed all the serpents, you know, like Year One kind of parody,
oh, yeah.
where he's like, I killed all the serpents and a dragon, and she like won't even have sex with me. What's up with that?
It's kind of a...
She's like, maybe you should be nice to her, like ask her what she wants besides just killing shit.
Kind of the opposite of Shrek, where he did all of that, but then he's not looking for anything.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm just a freelance hero. I'm not looking for a princess right now. It's not you.
But she's like, you did it. I have to reward you. Yeah. Because it's just a part of the fairy tale. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes there's that twist. And Lady Amalthea and Molly talk on a balcony about her purpose here. And Lady Amalthea has kind of forgotten her purpose. She's like, I don't remember why I'm here. Something with unicorns or the Red Bull.
Yeah.
Molly kind of reminds her. And a couple
shakes her.
A couple stories up, you see the king on his balcony.
Oh, yeah, listening.
He could be listening.
Oh, he's definitely listening.
For sure.
What else will they show him?
I don't know, but he could be.
We're gonna look, here's the king as well, and back to the main story.
You don't go back to a scene of him like,
No, but I like the...
subtlety.
Yeah. I was gonna say show, don't tell, but it's all just show like that.
And
the subtlety of it.
One more song. Now That I'm a Woman, Everything is Strange. I don't remember this one as much.
No, this is one of the few that an actual character sings. This is when she's singing it.
Yeah.
Because it's... I don't know if it's supposed to be an analogy for, like, puberty or something. Like, for kids actually watching this.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's her talking literally about becoming a woman. But I assume you could interpret it as like, oh, okay, a little cheeky.
That's really good, actually, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Seems pretty on the
No,
nose.
it's super good, Seth.
It's top.
It's too good.
He's touching my shoulder. He's leaning in for a kiss.
Me and you kiss in front of nobody else on the pod.
I can't fake laugh again. I did that bit already. The fake nervous laughter. What if we...
I think it's hilarious if we do it without any audience.
That'd be so funny.
If there's not Lucas or Devin or Kelly or...
And it's just all Tom.
Or Robert or Charlie. We've had a lot of guests on recently.
We have had a lot.
That's good.
We might have one more.
Yeah. 2 more. Or 10.
Or 10. Because we are really hungry
my next
for kissing.
This next... yeah, burns a lot of calories. So much saliva.
I'm sweating.
I kind of am.
It's just hot in here.
We haven't recorded... So since Seth is leaving us, we're back into the room instead of the living room. So it is warmer.
It is very warm, yeah.
Is the heat still on it? No, it's not. Okay.
No.
So after this song... This is a weird part. You're gonna be like, what the hell? The pirate cat starts talking to Molly.
Oh, yeah.
This cat has an eye patch and a peg leg and everything.
We haven't even introduced the pirate cat.
Pirate cat starts talking to Molly that he knows Lady Amalthea is the last unicorn. And the Red Bull is searching for her. And he says a human is forming in her body. And the unicorn may never be again if they take too much longer.
Yeah. Doesn't he kind of say that, like, you bet your ass that Haggard knows, too?
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah. I think this is like the cat is the one that reveals that he's kind of known the whole time.
I don't know how the cat knows, but...
Because the cat just knows everything for some reason. He's
Pirate
like the butterfly.
cat,
Although the nature just knows everything in this movie.
But Prince Slayer's trying to do something new. He's going to bring Lady Amalthea a poem.
I just saw a notification.
What was the notification?
Kelsey's big day. Leads the Chiefs. I don't know what the score was, but... What did he do?
3+ receiving touchdown.
What do you mean 3+? Isn't that just 4?
With a go-ahead touchdown late with the win over the Chargers.
So he
probably had 3.
Oh.
It's his second
or
third game of 3+ touchdowns.
I see. Okay.
But yeah, Prince Lee's trying something new. He's going to bring her a poem. But she wakes up while he's coming up from a nightmare. And they talk to each other finally. Like, this is the first time they've talked to each other. And, Jeff Bridges' Prince Lear sings a song, and it was not good. His singing was not good.
It was bad.
Yeah, some would say bad instead of not good.
I think it was bad.
He sings, I love you. That's all I've got to tell you. That's all I've got to say.
That was it. I just thought you should know.
Yeah.
He's singing it from like a different balcony because this castle's got like 14 different spires.
Yeah, there are a lot of spires.
What was the design? It's also, did we mention it's off of like a cliff ledge and it's like on a, I don't know how they sculpted this out, but like a thin rock trail.
It's not even off a cliff ledge because there's the ledge to the mountain. And then
like Mario style level design to a castle.
It's literally a rock trail floating.
Yeah.
Maybe like a quarter mile out and then a castle.
Yeah. And it doesn't go down.
No, it's just supported by the trail.
It's insane.
Mid-air. It's a bunch of triangles in there.
It's insane.
Well, he sings that song to her.
Life triangles.
And this song sealed the deal. They now kiss on the tower. And King approaches Lady Amalthea on a tower.
Oh, yeah, that was your note. Brandon was so out loud, he just exclaims, "That song sealed the deal!"
Yeah, that is my note.
It's so exciting.
King approaches Lady Amalthea on a tower, tells her he knows exactly who she is. And he also talks about how Prince Lear isn't his child. He was a baby on his doorstep. I don't think you needed this in this story.
It was not important, no. I think it's just to establish that he doesn't care about anything
exactly.
except
unicorns.
Yes.
Killing unicorns. And he knows.
No, he just likes them to be his and only his.
That's
and to
true.
Be near them and to hold them near and dear forever in his heart.
Yes. And he tells her the story of how all the unicorns actually live in the sea.
Under the sea.
He's like, look down there. You can see as the tides change, you can start to see them.
Yeah. Check this shit out.
I didn't see them.
I didn't see him either.
But
there's probably like one or two for Easter eggs or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe we weren't supposed to see him because she couldn't see him either. And Haggard's like, her eyes have changed.
Yeah.
So you have the eyes of somebody who has not seen a unicorn. Which should be the truth even before because she'd never seen one. She's never seen herself.
Yeah, that's true. Good. Poignant.
No.
Excellent.
No. No.
You're out. You're free. And yeah, he looks into her eyes. He can see his reflection in her eyes, which means she's changing into a human quickly. Her unicornness is fading. And
Unicornussy.
What they need to do is they need to find a way to the Red Bull to save the day. So,
did we go over the cat's riddle already?
The cat does a riddle, yeah.
Yeah.
March of time.
The right time on the clock when the bones are laughing or yelling and when the wine drinks itself.
Yeah. So...
Whatever.
Yeah, he tells them this riddle and nobody knows, but they're like, you gotta go all the way down to this room. So they're in this room and they're looking at this tower. And you just get this skeleton, like, posing on top of, like, this ledge.
Yeah.
Just laughing away.
He's doing the Willy Wonka lean in the meme.
The Willy Wonka lean with the ombre
Do you
laugh.
want to try it?
Yeah.
The hombre laugh, yeah. He thinks everything is so funny. Popped off.
He's laughing at everything, and Schmendrick cons the skeleton to tell them how to get to the Red Bull. He says you just gotta walk straight through the clock. Doesn't matter about the time. And this skeleton is like, give me the wine, give me the wine.
Yeah, because Molly had given him
a bottle of water.
And he, like, drank it all and pretended to turn it into wine?
Yeah, it was like a Jesus act if you turn water to wine. But he drank it all.
But it was an empty bottle.
It was an empty. Gives it to...
I was very confused about this.
I was so confused.
He doesn't have any taste buds or eyeballs. The riddle?
Yeah.
The right time on the clock when the skeleton is yelling or screaming or... and when the wine drinks itself. I don't remember. The skeleton was doing something.
So maybe the wine is drinking itself because he's not drinking anything?
I don't know.
Something like that. Well, he drinks an empty bottle of what was water, starts blushing, thinks it's all wine and whatnot, and they are going to sneak in to visit the Red Bull.
Maybe it was WHINE.
Oh.
The skeleton is the wine because he's like a little bitch. And he's drinking wine, so it's himself.
Double entendre.
Yeah, that's what the riddle is.
Well, they make it through the clock as King Haggard comes down because the skeleton notices that Lady Almathea is a unicorn. He's like, King! Unicorn! So he runs down.
Merle.
Ready. Pulls out the biggest fucking sword.
Oh, yeah.
Ready to kill them.
He came in strapped Nicole Kidman style.
Molly and Lady Almathea make it through, and Schmendrick's trying to hold him off. Gets cut in the back, but does fall through the clock. the grandfather clock, and they're inside this kind of like green gaseous void. And what the king does is he breaks the clock so that they
just
can't
start smashing it.
They can't come back through that way. The only way through is through the Red Bull's passage.
Yeah.
But who else was on this side of this fucking clock?
Lear was hanging out.
Prince Lear.
Yeah. And his explanation was that he would follow Amalthea. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would follow her anywhere. But, like, they come in and he's already there. He's been chilling there waiting. I would follow you anywhere, but I got lost in here trying to follow you earlier, and that just happenstance.
Well,
it's fucking crazy.
They break the news to him that
I got lost in a gaseous void for love. Sir, go to bed.
Lucas's notes, I forgot that I had his notes, were Pirate Cat, Jeff Bridges' Song and Kiss, Standoff on the Tower, Unicorns Live in Water, Laughing Skeleton. That's it for him.
The skeleton was laughing.
Big time. But they break the news to Prince Lear that she is a unicorn.
Does he riff off his own notes? Those are so bare bones. No pun intended.
Yeah, he does.
That's awesome.
I
guess I don't even write notes. I guess it makes sense.
They tell the prince that she's a unicorn, but he doesn't care. Love is love, and she doesn't want to change back, no matter what, because she's in love. And the prince says, you must change because it's the right thing. And Schmendrick apparently has, like, false intentions. He just wants her to change so he can become a true magician. Like, master his craft of magic.
No. That's what everybody thinks. That's what they accuse him of.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, you don't care. And eventually...
He does it for the love of the game.
Exactly. Well, because eventually they're like, fine, do whatever you... Because she doesn't want to be a...
How will this affect Schmendrick's legacy?
LeBron Schmendrick. Best of 7.
Schmendrick James.
But yeah, she doesn't want to be a unicorn.
No.
She doesn't want to turn back. And eventually, everyone's like, all right, fine. You don't have to be a unicorn. Whatever. Just get the fuck out of here. And Lear's like, no.
Yeah.
Lear, the one that has the most to lose in this situation.
He's like, you will change back. And the Red Bull breaks in. And it starts to see, like, Lady Almathea. And it kind of thinks like she's a unicorn.
Yeah.
But she's not. He can't figure it out. And Schmendrick turns her in. Turns her into a unicorn.
Yeah, he just does it.
Right in front of the bull, and she takes off. And it chases her all the way to the edge of the water and is about to back her into the sea like it did with all the previous unicorns. And they beg, Molly and Prince Lear beg Schmendrick to use his magic. But he says it won't help. He's like, I can't. Magic won't do anything. You're like, bullshit, it won't. He says only a hero can help. And Prince Lear's like, fuck, I'm a hero. So he runs right up to the Red Bull and just gets trampled. He had no plan there.
That shit was so funny.
He died.
I'm a hero.
Puts his arms out and just gets trampled by a 80,000-pound Red Bull.
You can see the sword holstered on his side pocket, and he doesn't pull it out or do anything. He just gets in the
A
way.
Gandhi-type figure.
And it doesn't slow the bull down or anything.
No.
The bull isn't like, what have I done, and regrets its actions. He just keeps going.
Murders him, runs right through him. And
He murdered the Vaj.
he's dead, and the unicorn sees his body and goes into attack mode. She switches from defense to attack. Yu-Gi-Oh style.
Yeah, she should have done that a lot earlier. Anytime, really.
Really. And attack mode is like her horn is glowing and whatnot.
Yeah.
And she pushes the Red Bull into the ocean. And when the Red Bull is in the ocean, out of the sea comes all 4,236 unicorns that have been banished to the sea.
We paused and counted.
I'm like not exaggerating. There were
so many
waves.
You didn't see them at first because they were. It was off in the distance. They were disguised as the foam of the waves.
Yeah.
And then they come closer. And you're like, is that 4,326 unicorns? What the fuck?
Yeah. And so
it was.
Unicorns take to land. They start to like run up the wall of like the mountain or whatnot, like are scaling 90-degree angle cliffs.
Yeah.
And like upside down, like free soloing this cliff.
Exactly.
And it makes such a ruckus that the castle falls into the ocean.
How that happened?
King Haggard plummets to his death, and they're all standing around Prince Lear, and the unicorn walks up to him, touches her horn to his lips.
Another thing, during the fight scene, quote unquote, when her horn is blue and she's like
backing him up,
fencing with the Red Bull, they keep cutting to his dead body in between for like no
Remember
reason.
me?
He's still dead.
Don't forget about him. That is great.
So funny. But yeah, her blue horn magically touches his
The
lips.
tip touches his lips,
I
brings
think
him back
it's
to life. That's a
supposed
kiss.
to be like her kiss as a unicorn, yeah. Because at some point she's
well,
like,
it's like the prince's kiss wakes up the princess in the sleeping tower.
yeah,
So her kiss,
revives a dead body.
yeah, because it's magic.
On
like,
the beach.
and it's on a beach.
I love whom I love.
And he comes back to life. And are Schmendrick and Molly in love now too? Because they're like staying together.
Yeah. She was like, maybe
She
I'll
left
come with
Captain
you.
Cully for Schmendrick, the magician.
Yeah. Well, she left him for the unicorn, and she stayed for the Schmendrick.
Schmendrick
Don't
Gussie.
say it.
Schmendrussie.
Schmendrussie.
That's Schmendick.
That's way better. Why did you give him a Schmendrussie? This is your fault.
Schmendick.
But yeah, she decides to stay with him in his travels, and it kind of seems like they're flirting with each other, but then they just like, they hug, and he's like, all right, get on your fucking horse, like lifts her onto there.
He does.
They don't
he was
even-
strong for some scrawny
He was
arms.
strong for a wizard, yeah. Usually they have like no strength, all their points have gone to magic and dexterity.
Not stamina and strength.
Yeah, exactly. They have no carrying
They only have
capacity.
35% fire resistance.
Oh, that's better than barbarians, you idiot.
Sorry for the champions of Norath tangent there.
That one's
But-
for you, Carter, if you're listening.
And Eric
And Eric, if you're listening.
and... Nah, that's about it.
If you're listening.
Yeah. So they might be in love now too. They're staying together. And the unicorn tells him she's afraid to go home now because she is part mortal. She was a human for so long, but she has saved all the unicorns of the world and thanks Schmendrick for that anyway. Even if she will die eventually. Good things have to die. And song time. I'm alive. As the unicorn runs across the land towards her own home. And that is the end of The Last Unicorn.
Or is it the beginning?
It's the end.
Okay.
It's the middle.
Are you crying?
I was fake crying.
It was the
Gotcha,
beginning.
asses.
It's the beginning of the rest of her life, because now she feels regret.
True.
Yeah.
This is the best day of my life.
All
I
right.
was on before I met you.
My mom
Everything
thought that
changed.
song was funny.
What?
Yeah. Well, because I heard that in like...
She listens to Hurt by Johnny Cash. She thinks it's the funniest song ever.
No, it was...
Back of the classroom, homies.
It was the first time I'd heard that song back in, again, like high school. So I was 16, 17, like super hormonal and sad about everything. So the song, like, I'm glad
horny.
Yeah, obviously. Still. But there's the line that's, I'm glad I didn't die before I met you. And I'm like, that's so sad and it's hard. That song comes on the radio and my mom's like, I like this song, but like, what does that mean? That's so stupid. I'm glad I didn't die before I met you. Duh, how would you meet them? It's like, do you have depression?
Duh, stupid ass.
Stupid ass, you wouldn't meet me.
That's so funny. Well, that's the end. We got quotes, plenty of them,
Yeah.
because we got Lucas's here too.
Oh, nice.
So that's gonna be good. Should we do them?
Should we do quotes?
Yeah.
Ratings
Uh huh.
and reviews?
And critic reviews and recommendations and renditions and repartee and zoom 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 zoom.
And did we say? Yeah, we just got to do it like in a fast pace.
What's the R word for fast?
Really fast, rapidly.
They rap, yeah. Quotes.
What the fuck?
It's a long break. One. How many you have?
I don't know. 19?
I've got 12. You've got 19?
I didn't look. I just threw a number out there.
This is such a long pause on the recording as we look and count.
Sorry.
Because I have to count Lucas's and his aren't organized like mine are. So I'm doing something new. Take a pause in the pause.
Do something crazy. I have 15.
God damn.
Yeah. Actually, closer to 19 than I thought.
I did remove mine that Lucas had as well along the way.
You're getting warm,
So-
Caesar. Goodbye.
Bye, Caesar boy.
Bye.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Push it. There you go.
Push it to
So
the limit.
you got 15. Yeah, I removed mine that Lucas had put in already.
Okay.
So I probably had like 16. Quite quotable.
Oh, so you just still had to beat me, huh?
1, 2, 3.
It was very quotable because they kept talking like poetically a lot of the times.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lucas has got 8. I'm just gonna do his since he's not here right now. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and here comes Luna.
So you
She's
just come
done
back in.
napping.
Okay.
She wants to join.
Okay.
Come here,
Come
big
on in,
girl.
Lil.
She's slept with me for a long time.
You come lay with me now, huh?
Oh, come
Caesar was napping on the blankets. We'll do Lucas's 8. His first one is from the frat boy butterfly, as he called him. He says, "Clay lies still, but blood's a rover. Red rover, let Charlie come over."
I'm glad I didn't take that one. I was going to.
Yeah. Next one is, "The dragon speaks 17 languages badly and is prone to gout."
God damn it, Lucas. I love that one.
What the fuck is that?
It's when they're at the carnival. It's Rook, the little hunchback dude.
Oh, that's right.
This is the dragon. He speaks 17 languages badly. And like he's doing a little act. And he's subject to gout.
This one is Schmendrick talking to the unicorn. He goes, "Don't be afraid. Schmendrick is with you."
I wanted to say, damn it.
Is that one of yours too?
I don't know. I guarantee I wrote something with Schmendrick in it because that's so funny. Don't be
Just his
afraid,
name.
Schmendrick is here.
This was one that I had. It's when
Don't lick me.
the tree turns into the big old fat tittied woman,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
and he's motorboating her basically, and he goes, "Oh great, now I'm engaged to a Douglas fir."
That's another one of mine.
Yeah, that was one of mine.
Whoops.
Lucas's note here is, "Looking at a girl a mile away, she has a newness to her."
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit because we were like, oh, she's a virgin, so obviously from like a mile away.
Yeah, he's up in the tower of the castle.
Yeah, one of the 14 spires,
and
that he
she's
has.
like just walking on the main ground.
Who is that woman? She has
She's
a
got
newness.
to her.
You can see she's a virgin from anywhere.
This was a good one.
I can smell
when they decide to fire Mabrook.
Mabruk.
Prince Lear takes him away, and he goes, "Come on, Mabrook, I can write you a reference letter."
There's another one of mine.
That was one of mine.
Come on, old man.
From the Pirate Cat.
Oh no, is this the one I have?
All it says is, "Hark ye closely, mum."
Oh, that one was good too. He's talking like a pirate. It says, "Avast, hark ye close."
Why did he have to be a pirate?
I don't know, why not?
And the last one is one of the last.
Why does his name have to be Smendrick?
One of the last ones the last one that he has is one of the last quotes of the film. "There are no happy endings because nothing ends." And Lucas's note is, "What the fuck, Schmendrick?"
Yeah.
What? What, Schmendrick?
What the fuck?
I've got 12. You got 15.
You
have like
I had
12
15,
now.
yeah.
We've got 6 and 6.
Sure. You want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
That way, you've already had some of yours taken.
Yeah, it could be more or
Do
less than
6.
12. This is when the witch unicorn's sleeping on the side of the road. Witch stops by and says, "What do you see there?" to her little hunchback, and he goes, "Dead horse."
Yeah. He was so straightforward.
Yeah, not sleeping. He didn't even check. Speak 17 languages. Oh, this one was kind of badass. This was the witch talking about the harpy. Says, "She'll kill me one day, but she'll know that I am the one that captured her, that imprisoned her. That's my immortality."
That was...
Because she's talking about an immortal being in a cage. That's crazy. Rat soup. Again, rat soup. And somebody else replies, "At least you could use a different rat. Third night in a row."
Hot ham water.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Just the same rat. Do you have the sweat quote?
The sweat. No, I don't
With
think
the soup?
so. Yeah.
At one point after that, they're like, this is like it's not even thick anymore. It's thin as sweat.
Yeah, it's when Jeff Jingley, fucking awesome name, still, he brings little wizard on his back, and she's like, "Is that another fucking mouth to feed? The soup's already thin as sweat. I can't be feeding anybody else." What is that? 3 of them so far. Never run from anything immortal. Also, I thought was cool. That's when they're walking away.
Yeah, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Because we laughed at it at first. Because that's the scene. Did we talk earlier about that? When he sets the unicorn free and the witch is attacking Schmendrick.
Oh yeah,
she's just walking slowly.
She
around.
walks so slowly, but yeah, if you run,
Casually.
if you're in a hurry, they notice you.
So she was walking away. She was like, "Let's get out of here." She's like eating the witch alive.
She's like,
and we were laughing, but she was like, "Yeah, don't run," because it's important.
strutting away.
It looks really funny out of context, though. This is, I think, Captain Cully actually says, "Magic is magic, but the truth is us," which I thought was kind of cool.
That's good.
Yeah. This one is when he turns the tree into the giant titty woman. He says, "I don't even care. I can't. Will you do that for me?" When he's casting the spell. He says, "I don't even care." And then it's like 5 seconds of uninterrupted spell.
Yeah, so he's strapped to the tree.
And I don't know what language it is. And I
don't even care. Glutsivanya Gervenstiaski Charlie Maskianji.
And then he gets engaged.
His magic is not quite there.
No. He's got the potential, though.
Yeah.
You've seen. He's got, like, D-cup potential.
Okay, let's see what I got. Butterfly quote.
Butterfly in
Your
the
name is a
sky.
golden bell hung in my heart. I would break my body to pieces to call you once by your name. One of the better things the butterfly said.
One of the only good things, yeah.
Another one from the butterfly. Singing, you're my pickle-faced, consumptive Mary Jane.
I almost wrote that down. I thought you were going to write that, so yeah. Pickle-faced.
And one more butterfly one. It's when the butterfly leaves, and you, Seth, angrily go, "Get out of here, you fuck!"
I just hated how all the external voices she listened to so, like, quickly. Like, the two hunters that came into the forest, they're like, "Hey, you're probably we don't know if you're out there, but if this forest is magic, you're the last one. I have never seen another unicorn." You didn't see her. And she was like, "Is that true, Dan?" And the whole movie is her just like, those hunters got in her head so quickly. She's like, "I have to get out of here. I have to check."
Yeah.
She's so paranoid. Just like me, for real, for real.
I don't know what this was. I don't like the look of him slit his wizard.
Oh, yeah. That's when Jeff Jingley, I don't know if I've brought his name up, but he brings the wizard up.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And either Captain Cully or Molly says it because of the feeding problem.
Yeah, slit his wizard. I just didn't like the term slit.
That's like slit his throat.
I know, but
So when you don't say throat, you think of wizard pussy.
Wussy.
That's just a word.
This is one when Schmendrick is trying to get away from the Red Bull.
She's so dead.
Before they change her to a human. And Molly's like, "Do something." And he's like, "I don't know what to do. Do you think the Red Bull likes card tricks?"
Yeah. He got knocked over twice in that scene, too.
And this is right when she gets changed. My last one for now. Schmendrick goes, "The magic chose the shape, not I. I am the bearer. I am a dwelling. I am a messenger." And Molly goes, "You're an idiot."
She had the zingers.
Yeah.
She was killing it all day.
All right.
Or all year. I don't know how long they stayed with that fucking wizard. Or king.
Finishes off.
All right. Finish him. There is no immortality, but a tree's love. Very cool quote from the
tree.
The wife.
My wife.
Help, I'm engaged to Douglas Fir. We did that. God, what is this from? Why did I write this down? Oh, it's when they're first walking up to the castle. They just lied about all their names. Prince Lear, there's a noise outside, and Prince Lear's like, "Oh, don't worry, it's just the bull, like the giant red demon that lives in the castle." Come on, old man, I'll write you a reference. This is the pirate cat. They're in the middle of a conversation, and Molly starts petting him, and he goes, "Oh, purr, do that. Yes, that'd be nice." But he doesn't purr. He says purr out loud 2 times.
And then she goes, "No."
I guess I just like the sound of this one. The cat says, "Because I be what I be." The original, "It is what it is."
Because I be what I be.
I be what I be. This one is from Human Form Unicorn.
Lady Almathea.
Yeah. She says, drown out my dreams. Keep me from remembering what wants me to remember it. Which is just...
You took a lot of profound ones.
Yeah, it was cool. There's some cool quotes in here. And the last one is... It's Prince Lear walking with her.
I'm walking here.
He's walking here next to the giant teleportation clock. And he's like, well, of course you're of noble birth. Anyone can see that. And I didn't write it down, but Brandon wrote down... I didn't write it down. Brandon said right afterwards, he's like, well, there's no way you're this fucking stupid wizard's nephew. Clearly. This idiot.
Okay, my last ones. Harpy goes, set me free, to the unicorn, talking to her. Set me free. We are sisters, you and I. And Seth goes, you two are not related. A unicorn and a harpy. After they escape the harpy, this is when he says, she's like, what can I give you? And he's like, well, you can't grant me the wish that I want. And Marina in the background just quietly goes, yeah, because he wants to fuck. This next one. Molly talking to the cat. Why won't you help me? Why must you always speak in riddles? And the cat goes, because I be what I be. I would tell you what I know if I could, Mum. I be a cat.
I only took part of that one.
Yep.
You only speak in riddles. You're fucking weird.
Schmendrick talking to Molly in the kitchen about how much work he's doing for the king, and he goes, I can't do this very much longer. He had me juggling teacups all night long. Teacups! With tea in them!
With tea in them!
It reminded me of a Josh Peck, like, it's spherical!
Oh, yeah.
Spherical!
The original Nickelodeon.
Slim Shady. Schmendrick talking to the fucking skeleton. Shut up, you pretentious kneecap. How'd you like a punch in the eye?
God, I forgot about
Pretentious kneecap. And my last one, Schmendrick again. She will remember your heart when men are fairy tales and books written by rabbits. Of all unicorns, she is the one who knows what regret is and love. Now that last part, of all unicorns, she's the only one that knows what regret is and love.
Yeah.
Good, but
that was very good.
She will remember your heart when men are fairy tales and books written by rabbits.
That part was nonsense. That part was I assume it's a reference to
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, I
Gotta
forgot who wrote it. Lewis Carroll? Okay, C.S. Lewis did Narnia.
Yes.
Yeah, I assume it's a reference to that instead of humans writing books about the rabbits. Mm-hmm. But I did like the second half. I told you during the movie that was like something my grandpa told me when I was growing up. He was like, the difference between us and animals is our sense of regret.
Yeah.
And like, I wonder if he just saw The Last Unicorn and that was the message he took. But shout out to my grandpa anyway.
Shout out Ratman.
Shout out Ratman. Nah, Rat Boy. He's always Rat Boy.
All right. That's all quotes, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Ratings time. It's only you. I got everything. Thermometer. Audience percentage.
I'm glad that stuck. Thermometer. Audience.
No. Critics.
Critics. 73.
Shit, it's a 73.
No way. That's the one you took from me. Do you remember? No, it was 7.2.
Yeah.
Still pissed about
audience
that,
out of
by the
100?
way. I was going to say 73 on this one, too. So I'm just going to say it again.
86.
Oh, shit. Okay.
All right, you're the winner so far.
All right.
That
one counts as a win because I got it right.
If you get one correct all by yourself,
I think
you win.
Within Two is a win as like a solo player.
Yeah.
This is solitaire for this budget
But you
game.
got one correct, so you won for the day. You're good.
Oh, shit. Yeah. But you need 3 within 2 to win otherwise.
Yeah.
Rules.
Good rules.
Thank you, me.
We're laying the groundwork, just you and I.
And
IMDb
the first
Metascore
work is?
out of 100?
IMDb Metascore. Out of 100. It's really hard for me to not keep saying 7.3 after the one victory. I want to say like 7.9.
79?
Yeah. I fucked that up, not on purpose.
It's a 70.
I should have said 73.
And last is an audience score out of 10.
Out of 10.
Yes.
I will remember properly this time. 8.2.
It's a 7.3!
No! I should have just kept saying it.
You could have got 2 right.
I got within 3 on one of them.
Yeah.
Which is not the rules, but it would have been cool.
So, critics are giving it a 70 and a 73 for a 71.5 average.
Sure.
Audience is 73 and 86 for a 79.5 average.
Yeah.
What are you giving it, Seth?
Probably right around the 79, 7.9.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah.
Thoughts?
It gets a little leeway with the animation. Like, it could have been better for sure. But like I said, being outside of Disney and being like American animation like that, there weren't any powerhouses besides Disney as far as I'm aware. So I think they did okay
Yeah,
with
you
that.
got DreamWorks, you got Pixar, you got
Yeah.
Illumination, Imagination, or Animation, yeah.
A ton of that stuff. But what they did get, which I think is more important, is like the story was fairly easy to follow. It wasn't like jumping around. You're like, whoa, the fuck is this all of a sudden, you know? It was just mostly fantastical. It didn't really mean too much, but it wasn't like offensive to watch by any means. A little janky.
Maybe
like,
the titties.
that was a little odd for sure, but like it wasn't offensive to see titties on the screen. It was just like I didn't think they'd be on a bird, and I didn't think there'd be 3 of them. I don't know if we mentioned there were 3.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, but yeah, I don't know. It was just
7.9.
7.9. It was entertaining.
You want to hear Lucas's?
Yeah, I feel like it's converse to mine.
It's a 4.7.
Almost.
He didn't give me a rationale. My just reading
You're
into
going
Lucas.
Lucas, yeah, because you guys both start at 5 and go down.
Yes. So I think he thinks that the story is somewhat good. There's a lot of filler stuff in there that can be taken out. The randomness of it all. The harpies, the butterfly, the pirate cat, all these stupid things. Animation could be a little better. But there's a great message to it. But he's not crazy on animation.
No, he's not. He never
So,
has been.
That's what I think. 4.7 for him.
Okay, that's pretty good for an animation that Lucas is rated.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to give a 6.1.
Okay.
I just got I thought I got a text. I was like, Lucas? He's listening. We're live streaming.
It's not. No, we're not.
6.1. I think
Okay.
there are some more positives than negatives to it. The animation could be a little better. Obviously, some weird fucking things in this movie. But if you can get past the weirdness...
Past it, I love it. I think that's why I rate these so high when they're weird like this.
Yeah,
I
but
live for shit like that.
I think there's a difference in weirdness. We've already talked about Yubaba, but like this and Spirited Away, where like the weirdness in that is meant to develop the story.
Yeah.
While the butterfly, I don't think has any reason to be in this story.
I don't think so either.
Or
but
the pirate cat.
I do
Or
think
the laughing skeleton.
they're relatively congruent in the sense that it's supposed to be a mystical world, so you're not supposed to be entirely comfortable in it. It's supposed to be kind of nonsensical because that's not your world that you're in. It's a unicorn, like it's the last one. So things like the butterfly I will not excuse. That guy's a fucking lunatic. But like things like the harpy or like her putting illusions on the regular animals to make
Those
them
are fine with me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But like pirate cat,
Pirate Cat was a little weird. I thought it was just kind of quirky for like a kids movie.
laughing skeleton.
I love him.
There are like a couple things where I'm like, I don't know if I needed you guys in here right now.
Yeah.
But so a couple of that, obviously I said the animation. There is a great theme to this all. Like it's a great storyline. It's a little, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is now.
Derivative?
No, I wasn't going to say derivative. That's pretty derivative of you to say that, though.
Arousing?
It wasn't arousing.
Ham-fisted?
Oh my god, I was listening to...
Oh my god, an epiphany.
I was listening to fucking our TV talk
Yeah.
with the Santa Clauses.
Yeah.
We were talking about having a soundboard. We were talking about all the sounds that we could put on there. We didn't put ham horn.
We didn't say ham
No.
horn on that?
But
That's
yeah,
like
6.1.
classic.
So
Okay.
4.7, a 6.1, a 7.9. That's going to be 8, 14, 18.7 divided by 6.233. Average for us. So right at mine, actually. Basically.
Not bad, not bad.
Do you want to hear what people are saying about this?
yeah.
Critics.
Clamoring.
I've got 3 critics. Janet Maslin at New York Times says, an unusual children's film in many respects. The chief one being that it is unusually good, and which features a cast that would do any live-action film proud, a visual style noticeably different from that of other children's fare, and a story filled with genuine sweetness and mystery. No one of any age will be immune to the sentiment of the film's final moments, which are really unexpectedly touching and memorable. Oh, that's another thing. Voice acting could have been better. I don't need bad singers doing shit.
We talked about how... Hey, what are you licking exactly? We talked about how Jeff Bridges, I didn't think he was the best voice actor in this, and you're like, he was so good in The Little Prince. I was like, these are like 30 years apart.
He's gained some...
He's a little more experienced,
respect,
a little
and
more seasoned. But yeah, this one he was. I don't know if this is his first venture into voice acting, but it was not his best work by any means. And we already mentioned he was a bad singer.
Yeah. Colin Greenland in Imagine Magazine says, Beagle has kept all of the good bits, including the jokes, the smart, wry dialogue, and many bursts of brilliant imagination, here captured in stylish special effects. Yeah.
Special effects were different back then.
Yeah. Elementary animation is what I would say, but...
Elementary, my dear Watson, I think.
Yeah.
What you meant to
say. It's clearly what I meant to say, Sherlock.
Fool.
Fuck you.
Wait, I thought I was Watson.
No, you're saying elementary, my dear Watson, which makes me what?
No, I'm saying elementary, my dear Watson is what you meant to say, which would imply that it's about me being Watson, yeah.
I like to think of like a really...
We're both Watson at this point.
I like to really think of like Sherlock. A butthurt Watson. Like, fuck you, Sherlock. I do all the work around here. You take the glory.
You keep shitting on me.
I'm just as valuable.
I do all the legwork, I do the paperwork, and you get to be mean to everybody. I kill the mess. That's what you don't see, Sherlock. The mess you leave behind. The people you leave crying. The widows that you are a dick to.
I've got to fuck them to make them happy.
No, Watson does not fuck the widows that Sherlock is a dick to make them happy.
That he gives his dick to.
He doesn't give his...
That's what Watson is.
Okay, yeah. So, Sherlock's a dick, and Watson...
Gives the dick.
Gives dick.
Yeah.
This is a bad bit.
No, well, originally the butthurt
and
being mad about Watson was pretty good.
And I have to clean up all the messes because you're just like reckless. You do whatever you want. Or, granted, you're a genius, but sometimes you need to dial it back and think about the people around you.
He's just like the accountant part of it. He's like, you know how much paperwork I have to do for these things?
What are these expense reports for a trip to Tahiti?
You broke 3 violation codes. How the hell am I supposed to get that by corporate?
You broke 3 violation codes and you didn't take me. I just want to be along for the ride. I'm Watson, dear boy.
I think that Sherlock works for a corporation. How am I supposed to get this past corporate?
He's a loose cannon.
HR is not going to let this pass this time, Sherlock.
And they're on my ass because you're Boy Wonder who can do no wrong.
If you don't document, it doesn't happen, okay? I have to document.
Rein it in, Sherlock. Just not for yourself, for me.
Fudge the numbers, Watson. One more time.
Please, come on. I got a trip coming up. Special lady. This is the one I can feel it. You said that last week, Sherlock. I know, but this time...
I'm not taking her to Tahiti this time. We're going to Fiji.
We're going to a different hotel in Tahiti. The last one's got bad vibes.
You heard of Sandals, Jamaica?
It's perfect.
Okay, that was a great. And my last critic review is Todd McCarthy at Variety. I've used him quite a bit. He says, however vapid the unicorn may appear to the eye, Mia Farrow's voice brings an almost moving, plaintive quality to the character.
Hey,
for an actress to register so strongly in voice alone is a rare accomplishment. I thought Mia Farrow's The Unicorn was decent.
Yeah.
She was one of the better voice actors.
Yeah, I would say so.
I liked Alan Arkin.
I like Alan Arkin. He, like I said, he had the Rodney Dangerfield delivery. But if that's what you're going for, he did a great job. And I mean, Christopher Lee, I've never seen him in something that he did poorly. I don't think he can or will. He's awesome.
And last but not least, I've got 6 user reviews.
Well, he can't now. He's dead.
The only thing bad at was living. Sorry, Christopher Lee. Jesus Christ.
Strays underground now. I don't know why.
The only thing it's bad at is being above 6 feet.
I don't know where that came from. Seeing a Community where he's dressed as a peanut, you seen that?
No.
I won't get into it.
Okay. No, we're good.
I'll tell you after.
6 user reviews. First one's by The Little Songbird.
The Little Bluebird.
February 22nd.
My rival, my arch nemesis.
What if you two fall in love?
It's not leading up to that. That's not my character arc. It's not.
It's because it's you and me.
You're the little bluebird? Oh, because, yeah, it can't be her because it's you. I see. You're secretly the little bluebird.
February 22nd, 2009, she says, I saw this film so many times when I was younger, and I loved it. The songs are actually really lovely, but I do think that Jeff Bridges' singing lacked support. The animation is actually very nice. Yes, it does fall flat sometimes, but it is the 80s after all. Besides, overall, it was quite stylish, beautiful, and whimsical. The screenplay is very good also, and it was written by the author, so there was a hint of faithfulness. The voice talents are top-notch. Topping them all was Mia Farrow as the brooding and sensitive Almathea unicorn. The Red Bull was also really sinister, and Renee Auberjonois made me laugh as the skull. All in all, an imaginative movie. 8 out of 10.
This guy kind of sounds like me.
Right at your level.
Yeah.
Right at your score.
Also, the could have been better, but hey, it's the 80s.
Yeah.
So, like, a little bit higher score.
It could have been better, but hey, I'm walking here.
I'm walking here. I'm Christopher Walken here.
Yeah. And it was a brief review from her. I didn't have to chop things out.
I finally agree with her on something. I forgot that was even a little blooper. That's
now
crazy.
you're going to fall in love.
I'm not going to fall in love.
That's the start of it.
No, it's not the start of it.
You know how many rom-coms start with people hating each other and then they fall in love?
I don't know 100% of them. Christ, man. Yeah, I've seen so many rom-coms.
Next, Snoopy style.
That's me.
No.
There's no Lucas to back me up.
November 24th, 2016. He says, this has a 70s feel with the rock ballads and the animation. It has a romanticism and a slightly adult feel. The dialogue is a little chunky at times, but voice work is generally good. Schmendrick could have a younger voice. Nothing against Alan Arkin, but Schmendrick is almost childlike to me. The story is fanciful with a soft beauty. Mabruk should have more to do. The best bit is the skeleton desperate for wine. With everybody looking for IP, this could be a great one to make live action. 7 out of 10. Which, apparently, they've been trying to work on. Christopher Lee won't be able to come back, obviously, but...
yeah, because that whole...
bad at living thing.
Not that...
I don't know why I have a vendetta with Christopher Lee now.
Can you imagine?
I love Christopher Lee.
Oh, yeah, I do too. But can you imagine, side note, an in memoriam section where instead of saying, like, passed away this year, they died, like, was bad at living this year?
The 6 Feet Under crew.
Make it a club.
The Mile High Club, but it's the 6 Feet Under club.
We refuse to live.
Next one. J. Booth Millard. I've used him once or twice before. On March 16th, 2005, they say, this is probably the worst cartoon I've ever seen in my life. It's British American, and yet it looks Japanese. Basically, a unicorn has been alone in the forest for ages and decides to go and look for other unicorns. It may be a quite good cast, but it is still a rubbish animated film. Poor.
Rubbish?
1 out of 10.
This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
No.
Even British people don't say rubbish anymore. It sounds stupid.
And he hated on a British American film that looked Japanese.
Did it?
No.
No.
Well, we maybe could have agreed, but we watched a Japanese film a month ago, so we can't.
Yeah, it very much does not look like it. And even, like, I don't know if you've seen older Japanese animations, very much different from these.
I can hear so well right now.
Oh, does it feel good?
It's all gone. Next. Matthew Silverhammer. June 17th, 2021. They say, Miyazaki, Tolkien, Rankin, and Bass all rolled into one wonderfully weird and surprisingly scary 70s by way of 80s fantasy adventure. Starring a cavalcade of uniquely drawn, both literally and narratively characters.
Good word.
And the largest number of bare breasts any G-rated film ever had. Maybe that's what Black Cauldron is missing. 8 out of 10.
Same notes that I had.
Yep. More titties, please.
Check. It's my only box I have reviewing movies.
Titties. You're going to be so happy when we watch Good Luck, Chuck.
Are there naked women in that?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I've seen that and I don't remember that.
Yeah, all the fucking scenes.
Huh. All right.
Yeah. Penultimate review is by Julia N. Or maybe Julian Kennedy, 23. March 23rd, 2018.
King Julian?
Yeah, from Madagascar.
Wow.
The good. The screams of Grandma when she pops into the room to see her wards watching the bouncing breasts of a triple-breasted topless harpy, or God help us all, a well-endowed tree in this G-rated film she picked up for $1 at Walmart for her grandkids. The bad. Full disclosure, I hated this movie. The animation is subpar, and the songs are insipid. Jeff Bridges and Mia Farrow sing themselves, and that seemed to be an error. The story is slow, and there are several tone shifts throughout. Honestly, it is a hard film to get through. In conclusion, if you loved this film as a kid, more power to you. Taken as itself away from the veil of nostalgia, this is a slow-moving film with poor animation, forgettable songs, and a half-asleep celebrity voice actors. 3 out of 10.
The animation really wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't, but I like this review for how negative it is.
Oh, yeah.
I think they make some good points.
What was the last score, though?
3 out of 10.
Oh, okay. That wasn't the 1.
Yeah.
3 is fair, I guess.
The 1 was the rubbish one.
Yeah, that's right. I've seen worse animation today, though. I saw one that was, like, the 4th sequel to Alpha and Omega.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And there's a scene where, like, it's like a 10-second shot of one of the wolf cubs running. No dialogue, no background music, just silent, like, maybe paws touching the ground. Middle of this scene, the sky changes colors, the clouds change formations, that just, like, different clip art has been shifted into it. Like, this is fine. This is good animation, I'd say. Especially because it was probably a lot harder to do back then.
Well, don't you remember we went on that tangent in our group chat of all the Kung Fu Panda derivatives, where there's Kung Fu Panda, but then there was, like,
oh yeah, they got increasingly more racist after.
Yeah, like there's some bad animation out right now.
Yeah.
My last user review is by Eric Stevenson, January 10th, 2018. And Eric says, "We need more unicorn movies. As popular as unicorns are, it's strange that there aren't more movies about them. This is probably the most famous unicorn movie, and I love unicorns. I'm probably expressing some bias when liking this movie, simply because of how much I love unicorns. This is still quite a solid film with good writing. I love how during the middle of the film, they do this completely different thing. The unicorn is beautifully drawn and such a likable character. I love unicorns." 8 out of 10.
Good for that guy.
That guy a furry? Is he a brony?
I don't even care, man. He's having a good time.
I think he's a brony.
He's coming on being uber positive and then gives it a fair score at 8. Like, doesn't even go like 10 or 11. He's just like, yeah, 8.
That's true. He could have been super biased.
He could have been crazy about it. And he gave it the same score I did, and I didn't say anything about unicorns.
4.
Of course, there's been no more unicorn movies. That was the last one.
Yeah.
You idiot.
The last unicorn movie.
Why aren't there more? Yeah, copyright.
Sketch idea.
Sketch idea.
So
there's too many sketch ideas. I wrote one down earlier that you had.
What was my sketch idea earlier?
It was secret handshake, but we just jerk each other off. It's not a sketch.
And now that you moved out, we can't have weird sketch ideas on a daily basis.
No, now I have to text them to you. It's not gonna be as fun.
Yeah,
it's fine. I'll be over at 8 in the morning.
Are you recommending this film?
I know you say I'm not allowed to, but like, to whom is very important.
To the general audience.
I know, but general
to
audience.
Kids.
To kids, yeah, for sure.
To unicorn fans.
I mean, yeah, they probably recommended it to themselves already.
Yeah.
If there's unicorn fans out there, they beat me to the punch on this.
To your grandma?
I think she'd like this. She used to. I used to watch the Care Bears movies a lot with my grandma.
To film buffs.
To film buffs?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd recommend anything to film buffs because I'm afraid that they would like roast me for my decisions.
Lucas and I are film buffs.
I'm talking like hardcore. You guys are like cool. I've met
We're like chill.
I'm thinking of people like, no offense, but like Hunter, I wouldn't recommend this to or anything to.
Actually,
like,
Hunter could love this.
He could love it, but like I wouldn't recommend this to him because he'd be like, that was a giant piece of shit, even if he liked it.
Yeah.
You guys are different film buffs. You're cool.
All right. So probably recommend.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Lucas,
answer.
I'm gonna say won't recommend this film.
He's gonna say no.
Yeah.
They say if you're looking for a family animated film, you can find one that's better and one with less nudity and vulgarity in it.
Yeah. And for me, I'm probably... I enjoy it. Like 6.1 means I enjoy it. I'm probably not recommending it. It's kind of out there as far as...
I'm always the odd man out of these animated
but
films.
I'm huge on animated like you are. It is a cult classic kind of film, though, where you will get that huge specific following of people
that just fucking love it.
Yeah.
We didn't get any 10s in there, though. 8 was the highest.
Yeah, none of the 10 reviews, like...
They didn't speak to you?
Yeah, there were plenty of 10s, but...
Okay, they were just like, yeah!
That's tough. I think I'm gonna stick with no.
Would you recommend it to kids like 12 and under though?
8 and under girls.
That's racist.
Little boys aren't gonna want to watch a movie about unicorns. Most commonly.
It's 2022, Brandon. But yeah, no, you're right.
So it's hard. Yeah, I'm kind of in you where it depends on the audience, but
I definitely would.
yeah. All right, that's what we got this week.
All right.
Ending November. No Nut November. Good job, we made it.
I did not make it.
I'm sorry.
This was my
You've been living with me.
that was my most productive month.
You've been living with me all of November.
What? That can't be right.
I said you've been living with me for 20 days today, and today is November 20th. So, I helped you move in the day that
It was the 31st.
I called out. It was Halloween because I called out from work because of the COVID shot.
Yeah.
I was supposed to work. So yeah, all of No Nut November you've been with us, and it's been your most productive month. Wow.
Redacted.
It's live.
It's not live. It's
recorded.
It's redacted.
It's recorded. We made it though. We finished No Nut November.
Finally.
Next year, if
There were no nut movies.
I always say next year, like we're gonna be doing the podcast like 8 years from now, which we could be. I don't know.
It could be. Well, whenever it takes off, we're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because Lucas and I need to at some point do the 6-figure thing that you're doing, and this is what I'm banking on.
Yeah, podcasting.
Yeah. Everybody else is making money. Why can't I?
Could you imagine if I made another 6 figures from podcasting on top?
We're funnier than Joe Rogan. Why does he get to make so much fucking
That's
money?
true. That is true.
That's so stupid.
Fuck you, Joe Rogan.
Fuck you, Dan.
Fuck you, Dan. Yeah. So that's gonna end it. We're getting into our holiday movies next.
We're still in 220.
Which means we are watching holiday movies in November. But this is our 11th episode in the season. We got 16 total before the bracket. So we've only got 5 left. And those 5, we changed up holiday a little bit. We got rid of the Santa Claus. We got rid of Santa with Muscles again, so that you guys don't have to listen to the plot. Seth and I might just watch it on our own. But we've got
I would like to.
the Star Wars Christmas special.
Boom.
We've got...
That's a short episode, too.
Oh, it is?
It's only like 45, 50 minutes, I
Okay.
think. Hour 10 tops.
We got Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas, which I think is short.
So excited for that.
We've got Christmas mail, like the post office,
So excited for that.
with maybe a guest.
Maybe a guest.
And then we've got our holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life. And then to
Is
finish...
Bing Crosby in that?
I don't know.
Ugh, not excited.
Not
for
excited for it either.
That. No.
And then lastly is... I'm just not a fan of holiday movies usually, unless I can laugh with it.
I kind of hate Christmas.
I love giving gifts.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Hate the music, hate the decorations. Hate the music. Oh my god. I worked at JCPenney one year and did the whole Black Friday thing. They were playing Christmas music during 12 hours, midnight to noon.
The instant Halloween ends at the mall is Christmas music.
Through January at JCPenney.
Yeah.
They keep playing.
Yeah.
I went insane.
I
quit.
I'm fine if you play Christmas music for me through December. You can't start December 1st. But for me personally, I'm not going to play Christmas music until the week of Christmas.
I'm not going to play Christmas music.
That's fair.
I know the lyrics to all of them.
Yeah.
And I hate them.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm a week of kind of person if I'm going to. But I don't play it on repeat.
I can deal with it. Yeah, I can deal with like in the car. Yeah, whatever.
But so that's our holidays, and then finishing the season off with a talking cat
What?
before our bracket award show, and then kicking off season 6. So
Tune in.
we hope you're ready. Thanks, Lucas, for sending me all the things. Hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Devin, we hope to see you on eventually.
Very soon, please.
We miss you. We love you.
It's been so long.
Hope you're safe. And with that, we'll see you next week.
BGAJ.
Wish you a good dish.
I think that's it. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours.
I'm Coors Light.
Oh. Also, I think this is rain bins and unicorns. I said rainbows. I can't tell.
It's rainbows.
Is it?
Yeah.
But
But
okay. Thank you.
The white looks like bins. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been throwing me off. I could not see. I was like, I swear to God, I read rainbows earlier, and it looked right to me. Because
These got to have a decent alcohol content. Because I'm a little.
IPAs always do.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
IPAs are like 6% minimum.
Minimum.
All the ones we have at work are like 7.3 plus.
Well, the ones we've drank before were like 9.8. We're like, fuck. And so I was
the Pokemon ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, those ones.
I was thinking about when we did Even Doors Started Small with Robert, and I got the Schufferhofers were 3.2.
Oh yeah.
I drank 3 of those, and that is one of the ones we drank for Pokemon.
That's a third of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there were 9.4, so 3.2s is 9 points. It's basic.
You're saying all 3 of those?
Is
one of those.
One of those, and I had 3 of those
Over the course of 2.5 hours.
In the hottest room you could imagine.
Yeah, dehydrated, drinking a triple beer. 3 triple beers. Oh, and anytime we do, if I brought the BAM ones in, or we done cold smoke, but we had that like at your parents' place, well conditioned in the.
Oh, in
your bedroom, everything. Cold smoke
in a house that actually has like central air conditioning.
Yeah,
yeah.
But the
cold smokes pack a punch. Those are like 8.4.
They absolutely do.
And they're dark. They're heavy.
Oh, I love them.
And they're 16-ounce cans.
They're heavy, so they're slow to digest. I guess for the most part. But whenever I've brought the BAM ones, depending on what they are, they're probably 5%, 6% minimum, and they're like tall cans, like the cold smokes are. Like they're 16 ounces.
That's the problem with 16 ounces is you only get 4 of them, though.
It's kind of a bummer.
You gonna be here at 8 in the morning?
No.
It's like, fuck.
I will probably be up pretty early. That is the nice thing about, like, having been here for 3 weeks is... Even, I've woken up before his, like, lights come on. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if it's just, like, not sleeping well, if it's just, like... I'm not staying up super late, so even if I only sleep 5 or 6 hours, I'm going to bed an earlier time.
You're going to bed at 1 and you're waking up at 7:30.
Yeah, and that's like totally fine.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that. Instead of like
as long as I get
till 4
as long
or
as
5.
I get more than 6, I'm always good.
More than 6 hours.
Yeah, that's what I prefer.
Yeah, I think the recommended is 7 and 9 when you're an adult.
Yeah, not 8 to 10 anymore.
No.
Yeah, 7 and 9. I usually like to get about. I will try and get 8, 8.5, but like I usually get like 7.5, and I'm very happy with it.
It's been like, it's just, I don't know. Sometimes I can sleep through it. It's impossible to stay asleep for me is the biggest problem. Getting to sleep, sometimes I feel that exhaustion. I go to bed, but staying asleep has always been an issue.
It's weird because I can fall asleep pretty quickly usually.
Oh yeah.
And then
I've had you. Well, I haven't had you, but you claimed you could drink so much caffeine and then fall asleep anyway. So you drank 2 liters of Mountain Dew in front of me and then passed out because I dared you.
I can just fall asleep doing things. It's like, it's really nice. And then like, yes, I can. Sometimes I'm passed out and I'm a heavy sleeper, but sometimes like, you know, my ears are conditioned to certain things like Caesar whining.
Yeah.
I'll get up unless it's right now when I'm absolutely deaf.
Right.
But like I'll wake up to him and I'll go and walk and I'll be fucking pissed at 3 a.m. But then I'll get back and I'll fall asleep like right away. It's like, oh yeah,
that's not too bad. That's why I'll wake up and I'll like have to pee or something, but I know if I get up, it's gonna wake me up, and I'll be up for at least 2 hours. Like I can't go right back to sleep.
So see, if it's like 3 o'clock and I have to walk him, I know I'm going back to bed and it'll be fast.
Yeah.
But if it's like
5 or 6.
If it's like a weekend and like I'm like, oh, I've got my alarm set for 8:30 or 9 or something because I'm not gonna sleep in super late anyway. Yeah. But that's sleeping in for me now. But it's 7 and he gets me up. I'm like, I am up.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. If I get up an
hour, I might crash on the couch a little bit, but I'm not gonna come back to bed to disturb Marina because then she might get up.
Yeah. Well, and if I get up an hour or 2 before my alarm clock, I've got like that internal stress alarm.
You're gonna miss it?
I'm gonna miss it, yeah. So I basically like, if I get woken up at 7, I have an alarm set for 9, I work at 10. I'm basically waking up every 15 minutes until 9 o'clock. Yeah. Because I'm like freaked out I'm gonna miss it. I also just I've woken up before my alarm 99% of my life. I think the only few times, like a handful of times I've not woken up right before my alarm is when I've like smoked weed or something the night before, and I'm just like a little more passed out than usual. But my brain is like, oh,
that's on video now.
Yeah, but like
it's illegal.
Yeah, I don't care. Even if it wasn't, whatever. You know how much shit I've said on here? I think I admitted to acid a few times.
Yeah,
I forgot we're still recording. But yeah, I'll wake up right before every single time I set an alarm, unless I've gotten way too drunk or smoked too much.
If it's like I said, like a weekend, I fall asleep at like midnight or something, and I'm getting woken up at 7 or something. It's like, yeah, my alarm's supposed to go off at 9. Like Marina and I had plans at 10 or something. We were gonna get up, get ready, and go to them. I'm up at 7. Get ready for like everything Caesar, and at 7:30, and I've got like an hour and a half. I'm like, I'm gonna be productive. I'm gonna edit this podcast because I don't like to edit when she's around because then it's like I'm just sitting there.
Yeah, not being a part.
This will be a quick edit. We don't have to sync.
No, we don't. You should teach me how to edit tomorrow when I'm like more sober.
Okay.
What time are you waking up? You're off,
probably
you said?
8:30. Yeah, I'm off.
Okay. I will probably be up around 8:30, and I'll probably want to sleep in a little bit or just hang out with Pam, and I like to just stay in bed with Luna a little bit. Play some Pokemon maybe, but...
No, you bring your Switch and you play Pokemon over here because we have to get Taco Bell breakfast.
Yeah, okay. I'll definitely be up for 11.
Okay.
These 3 weeks have conditioned me.
Good.
For sure.
And...